All right, so we rando going live. I'm actually doing like a makeup show because I didn't do a show yesterday for Volo and Butthead's Tech-A-Palooza. So I'm trying to do a makeup show right now. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Anyway, makeup show. Start some videos, get it going. Hop on it later. Our tech lord of the week is Frank Lloyd Wright, the great architect. So we'll talk about some of his work later in the show. And I don't know, I'm having a rough day. Somebody pissed me off today. I want to bite somebody's goddamn face off. Disrespectful bastard. I'm so sick of this shit. Anyway, let me get some videos going here, and you guys can watch that. I don't know what's on this tab. What I got on here. Let me see. Oh yeah. All right, you guys, we back in the game. I want to apologize for the delay in my videos, Cat Blue Crazy Carl. I've been on a semi-vacation trying to recover. I didn't want to just kick out videos, just pushing them out, just to push them out. I wanted to make sure I'm in a good vibe, good mood, and good health. I want to come on this camera and talk to you. I don't ever want this to be something that's so stressful. I'm like, I gotta make this video. I gotta make this video. No, I need to be ready to make the video so I can give you the best product. So welcome to episode number 15 of Cat Who Crazy Carl. Wake up to make up, that's all we do. Yeah, and that's break up to makeups. Run, big run. That's episode number 15, and it's all about relationship red flags that you may want to run from when you meet certain people and date and possibly get into relationships with them. By the way, this week I'm going to be dropping 2 episodes. I did record one last week. I haven't finished editing. And this one, so I'm going to knock them both out, get them both up, and have them running off crazy during the week and get me up some shorts and other stuff. Also, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check me out on all social media, the TikTok, Mr. C, Force, Poppy, Carlo, all that stuff on the internet, man. Holla at your boy. Follow me. If you're a real one, I'll follow you back. I'm a squad gang member. So let's get back into episode number 15. Break up to make up, that's all we do. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to be a famous singer one day. But the premise of this is what it's based on and what I said to you earlier. We all date, we all try to get in relationships. Some of us maybe want to have kids, get married, have a family, or maybe if we're just wild. The whole point is we hate to get with somebody who's crazy, right? Like, this man is crazy. Okay, like we hate to get a, that usually what goes on in the bedroom is usually good with these types of people. We regret it afterwards. So we're going to talk about in this episode some red flags you should look for to see if somebody is worth your time in a relationship manner, whether hetero or homo, whether bi or trans, whether animal, mammal, or mortal, or reptile. What's something to look out for? And this is episode number 15. Break up to make up. Run, big run. I'm going to get this right now. Ooh, all right, I'm about to put it in. Okay. So, what? A condom? No, I don't have a condom. Come on, you got to do it anyway. You're here, right? Baby. Okay, so that was another terrible skit by me. Trust me, once you guys get me rich and famous, I'm going to have real skits with real actors to do these. Oh, it's going to be so dope. It's going to be like Mad TV. Anyway, this particular skit is about one of my first red flags that you have to look for when you are dating someone. Now, if you're in the earlier phases of life, this may not be too important. Once you get about 16, 17, 18, people start trying to have sex. And some people start younger than that, right? We always advise using protection. One of a dead giveaways is if you are young, even if you are older, if it is the first couple of times you guys plan on getting physical and having sex, and I don't know, see, look, I'm as bad as the guy, I done lost my condom already. If that's that situation where it's your first time getting with them, or if you're like in high school or college, and that guy doesn't have condoms on deck. And I'm gonna tell you something, guys, it sounds weird. If that girl doesn't have condoms on deck, if she's actively out there, she doesn't at least have something in the house as a backup in case you don't have any. Now, she's just throwing them around like, let's go, be a little worried. Whole nother red flag. But if she or he is unprepared when they are young, or if it's your first couple of times getting together, this is someone you probably should not be with. Because they're kind of careless with theirs. They're kind of wild. Now, we have all been that. I have been that person. Red flag, cat, who crazy? Okay? Red flag, okay? But that's a red flag. If it's one of your first couple of times getting in bed with and y'all getting in there and doing it, and all of a sudden they can't find it, or they forgot to go to the store, or they just ran out, or they say something like, I don't like the way it feels. Let me tell you what I don't like the way it feels means from your I can't find my condom soon-to-be new partner. You know what that means? They've been having raw, unprotected sex for weeks and months, and most likely with other people. And the reason they don't like the way it feels is because they've been having unprotected sex all this time before they ever met you. So next time someone says, I don't like the way it feels, I can't feel anything, that's because they've already broken into the raw dog world. So red flag, number one, sexual responsibility. Do they have the condom? Yeah, honey, we like it. Mommy, Daddy, what are you doing to Mommy, Daddy? Yeah, another terrible skit. Once again, I gotta get money so I can have some actors to do this. Anyway, another part of part 2 of Cat Poop Crazy. Break up to make up, that's all we do. Think about this and whatnot. Break up to make up, baby. Run, big, run. Here's another red flag for you to worry about. Now, you may have noticed in my terrible skit, somebody was getting busy. A little kid creaked open the door, came in. Unfortunately, I learned this red flag at an early age. Let's leave it at that. Me and my therapist are going to talk about it for years to come. But anyway, we'll get into something else. I'm sure you all have been victim to this. Now, this is another red flag I noticed about people that I should not be rolling in the hay or doing something with. Hint number 2. They don't know how a lock works on a door. Yeah, just about to get nasty in here. Nope, no locking. Beware of the person who doesn't lock the door when it's time to have sex. When you're in a house, especially with other people, children, family, friends, whatever, public, in a car. Let's say you're even parked in a car. Lock the door. Are you so excited? Are you so happy you're about to get something? You just can't go clunk, or you can't just be like, yo, let me go back. Click, come back to the room. You tell them you can't get up and take the 13.2 seconds it takes to walk to that door, hit the lock, and come back and get back to what you're doing? Is it going to fall away? Is it just going to be like 5, 6, 7, 8? Okay, it doesn't work anymore forever? Come on, what are you talking about? Go lock the damn door. That is another red flag. I got a small story for you about somebody who, I know this girl didn't date no more. One of my homeboys, just like our parents, he gets so excited when it's time to get freaky deaky, he forgets to lock the damn door. How you gonna not lock the door into your back mirror? Well, this particular friend of mine was in a car. They had gone out into the beach in Santa Monica, California, partied all night with a young lady, had a great time. He said he was a little too inebriated to drive back. So he just put the car around his place somewhere and they just were going to sleep in the car. Well, after they parked, they sleep in the car. They get to doing, the horizontal mambo, the huni machuni, madini matini, manga tetanga, if you get what I'm saying, right? Break it down. Of course, afterwards, they're all sleepy. He says they fell asleep. So they go to sleep, they do the hunga bachunga, they get it down in the car, parked on a dark street, right? Everything's cool. The homie says he was asleep. All of a sudden, they laying here, and then somebody walks up. Somebody pulls the door open while he's asleep. They wake up out of sleep, like, what's going on? He said it was 3 men, one with a shotgun. They proceeded to rob them both blind, kick them both out the car, and send them home with no shoes on their feet. My homeboy got here 5 o'clock in the morning in the middle of a rainstorm, one of the worst raining nights ever, with this chick, and he had no shoes on. He was in his socks. And they came from all y'all Santa Monica in the rain on the bus just to get home, completely robbed, car stolen, everything. And why? Because he didn't lock his door, because he was so excited to bust a nut. Red flag. And I guarantee you that girl never talked to him again. She was so embarrassed when she got here. She just kept, oh my gosh, she's so embarrassed. And when not only did I soil myself, but I soiled myself to this idiot who can't lock a door, forcing us to get robbed and walk home in the rain 3 o'clock in the morning from the west side of LA. So, red flag number 2, do they lock the door when you're about to get busy? They let people walk in on you? You might want to reconsider that relationship. No, I don't feel like a skip right now. I need more actors and I'm hot. Dancing around. I want to get this video done. So this is part 3 of Break Up to Make Up. That's all we do. Run, big, run. Part 3 of Cat Goo Crazy 15. Break Up to Make Up. Run, big, run. The red flags you should look out for. So here's another red flag I want to talk about. And this kind of relates to the no door lockers, the no condom havers. The I don't know when my orgasm is coming years. Now, if it's your first time having sex, I get it. If you've had practice, you've been in the game for a while, you know right before you're about to, there's like sometimes, for me, it's a deep breath. It's like, and I'm like, oh, get out of there. It's a tingling feeling and a deep breath. I assume it's the same for everyone. I don't know if it's the same. Women, you can't do anything about it, but guys, that's one thing. Another thing, the unprepared relationship person. Beware of somebody that is unprepared in all directions. When the cops pull you over, they're freaking out. When something goes wrong at the store or the money, they're freaking out. When it's time to have sex and not have sex, they're freaking out. It's always hectic. It's always run and scramble and do this. It's always dangerous. It's always risky. If every time a stressful incident or situation that requires a bit of smooth comes up, especially if it's a guy, if they are just not ready for anything, they're not ready for that orgasm, they're not ready to have sex. Most people who are going to have sex know it hours beforehand, days beforehand. Most people who are going to have sex know. And that's another thing I want to warn some of you guys about. Beware of guys and girls, because I don't know how this goes, whatever kind of sex, but this is something I notice as a guy who chases women. Beware of women who promote, push, and talk like they're sexually superstars and want to have sex and want to do things to you and show you dirty movies, but they always putting off the intercourse with you for hours, like some kind of buildup. Beware of this woman. It was already known the minute you walked in there, you were going to do it. She knew it. You knew it. You talked about it. It was already understood. Why are we playing this game when it's just me and you here in your apartment? Hours. And I've had it happen a couple of times. And every time afterwards, I was terrible. I've been holding on that for like 2 hours. I'm terrible. 13 seconds. And they're like, I don't want it anymore. I was like, well, you didn't make me wait 17 hours after I got here. After driving an hour and a half from Philly, by the way. Red flag. I knew then. Get away from this girl, dude. Get away. And I almost went back and messed with her again, and I changed my address. I said, you know what? Nah. I'm not driving all the way out there. Nope, we're not playing this kind of game no more. And then we didn't want to get busy again later because it was like, oh, well, stop trying to make people wait. The unprepared lover. Red flag, number 4, and Capu Crazy 14. Break up to make up, that's all we do. Run, big run. So now we are into part 5, the final red flag. This final red flag is one of the most holy, one of the most high. And break up to make up, that's all we do. Run, big run. Last red flag of this one. Beware of the person that's always saying G-O-D, G-O-D, G-O-D. Always bringing up God. They're bringing up God about sex. They're bringing up God about food. They're bringing up God about waking up. They're bringing up God about their job. They're bringing up God about the sky. And most of them don't even go to church or know the Bible. Beware of the non-biblical, non-practicing God slinger. Beware of the person that's not in church every week, always slinging God around to you. Beware of the person that's not living the word, always slinging God around. Beware of that. Beware of that. If they ain't in church 3 times a week, don't be saying God to me every time I talk to you about something. God woke me up today. God put me to sleep today. God made me this food today. God made the ice cold. God made the sky wet. God made me tired. God made me wake up. God made me have a nut. God made me not have a condom. God made me get you pregnant. God made me run. God made me leave you stuck out there. God made me rob you. God made me this. God made me that. Oh, I'm sorry. It's something I did wrong. That was the devil, not God. That is the final red flag. I have nothing else better than that. But I'm going to tell you guys, beware of the non-practicing God slinger. That's the final red flag. And Capu Crazy 15. Break up to make up, that's all we do. Run, bit, run. And we out of here. Chop it up. Peace. It's time for episode 14, Capu Crazy Carl. It's 2023, you sons of guns. And it's time to get it in and have some fun. I'm trying to make sure I get these videos a certain way. This particular video stream, I'm not going to do a lot of skits, even though I love my little skits, but I want to try something different, try to mix it up. I might do some random skits depending on if I feel it really gives value. To the segment, but today we're going to have a nice little talk, and this is 2023, episode number 14 of Capu Crazy Carl. Apologies for my delay in videos. I have been turning way up. This whole like holiday thing, I've been turning it up. Like I'm 47, but I've been in there like I'm 19. Like, hey, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. That's me. I don't know what it is. I think I might be Methuselah. I'm gonna be 47,000 years old and still just going, yeah, 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 doing that rubber band floss thing, you know, when you do the thing with the waist. Anyway, I'm so stupid. Anyway, Capu Crazy Carl, episode number 14. And this particular one is called Teamwork Before Talent. Teamwork before talent. Now, of course, the new year brought this upon me because I had recently made some changes in my life. I had spent a lot of time in my life working hard, trying to be a teammate. And I was a teammate to people who had talent. They were super talented, mega talented, crazy, ill, mad, dope, son. Right? But, due to their talent, they had a problem. You know what their problem was? They were full of what I call hot dog BS. Nothing but crossovers and threes, baby. They don't play no defense. They don't pass the ball. Teammate who? Get what I'm saying? If it's football, they're not helping a block. If it's hockey, they're not taking a check into the boards. If it's baseball, they're not going to lean into that pitch so they can get hit. Nah. The hitmen. I'm going to name some names of hitmen. NBA hitmen, Jamal Crawford, Leandro Barbosa. Who's another hitman? Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant. Who's another hitman? Chris Paul. Carmelo Anthony. These are guys, great players, super talented. But you ever notice that winning isn't based on them? Did I just not name maybe 5 of the most talented NBA players in history? NFL, Antonio Brown. That wide receiver, the one that took his shirt off, and he's like, yeah, take that referee. Yeah, Antonio Brown, remember him? Yep. Odell Beckham. Certain quarterbacks, certain players. I'm sure they got him in hockey. You remember who Barry Bonds is? Hitman. Give me the money. I score a lot. I do my thing. Gilbert Arenas. I got a list of them for days. They're hitmen. But you know what they're not? They're not winners. They're good. They can help you win. But they're not winners. You want to know why? No teamwork. And this is why the conversation of talent versus teamwork is then understanding. And that's what we're going to talk about in Captain Crazy Carl. And what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a certain basis for talent versus teamwork. I'm going to give you some green flags, which are some positive aspects to look for to know if you're dealing with talent versus teamwork for a friend. Because everybody you deal with, good or bad or business, are they for you or against you? And today I'm going to define that as a friend. Talent or teamwork. And you got business friends and you got life friends. Talent or teamwork. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give you some green flags of what to look for positive. Then I'm going to give you some red flags to look out for and let you know, is this person really my teammate? Or are they just talented? And I'm just a little accessory to make them look good. And that's Captain Crazy Carl. No skit show. We're not playing 2023. It's different. Yeah, no skit. Forget all that. Look at you there. Good. It's a skit. Hey, I think that's good enough for a skit right there. Me acting stupid about not doing one of the cocky son of a gun, right? I got alopecia, for Christ's sake. How can I think I'm the greatest, right? Anyway, Jada Pinkett, hit up your boy. We're squad. Teammate. Anyway, here's the first segment of Talent versus Teammate of Cat Poop Crazy, episode 14, where we're going to talk about some different aspects of talent versus teammate. So just to give a certain understanding, because I want to set this off with the green flags so you can know the positive things about somebody that is cool for you as talent versus a teammate. I think my trench coat keeps hitting stuff. Look at this. I'm knocking over. You guys like Hot Wheels? I got the Hot Wheels thing for my track over here. That's a whole other thing. I kind of don't want to open it though. I don't know. I got issues. Anyway, talent versus teamwork, right? And this is what it's all about. Just like me and Jada Pinkett, we're on the same alopecia team. I'm losing it up here a little bit, but that's the whole thing. Will Smith's going to smack some of you guys for me if you laugh. Don't make me call Will on you. Anyway. Stupid. But Capu Crazy Carl, I want to talk about a certain basis, give you some green flags, and I'm going to go into some of the red flags of how you know if a friend or a person or a business associate you're with is a teammate, or are they just talented and you're just a piece of their dynasty? Let's figure it out. So, just to set a precedent, in most team sports, what my most familiar is basketball, but it is the same in soccer, aka football. It is the same in American football, and it's also the same in baseball. Every sport, hockey, every sport that has a team aspect has this situation. There's two kind of guys that you have out there. There's the hot dog that he can do a lot of skills, but he's not really good at helping other people be better. And then you got a guy that's really good at helping other people be better, but it seems like, he doesn't score a lot, like Draymond Green. But then you get a guy like LeBron James who can do both. He can make people better and score and do it. So LeBron James is both. Michael Jordan, both. But that's superstardom. Everybody can be a superstar, or that there wouldn't be no superstars, right? So, teamwork or talent, which are you? Let's give a understanding. So, if everybody watches basketball, usually, even if we like it. Now, I know none of us watch WNBA basketball, but we do watch NBA basketball and college basketball and high school basketball, but WNBA, no. Sorry, Brett Grimes. Shout out to Russia. Anyway, when you have these two sports, you have two different players. You got a guy that can score 30 points, but he has a bunch of turnovers, a bunch of assists. His name might be Russell Westbrook. But then you have another guy like LeBron who has no turnovers, a bunch of points in this. And then you got another guy like your Shane Battiers, the glue guys, your Robert Ory's. They score 10 points a game. They get 10 boards. Your Draymond Greens, they get 10 points, 10 boards, 6 assists. Everybody doesn't really recognize them as a star, but they're always on winning teams. Your Dennis Rodmans, they're doing all the extra stuff. Your guy out in Philly. There's always somebody on the team that's what we call the glue guy. Well, usually teams that win, they have everybody on the team has a glue guy mentality, even the stars. Steph Curry has a glue guy mentality. Klay Thompson has a glue guy mentality. The Spurs had a glue guy mentality. The reason you see a lot of teams like the Nets and the Lakers struggling, they're all talent, no teammate. And this is what we're talking about. So let's get into the green flags. Nobody ever talks about green flags, right? They say red flag, red flag, red flag, like they dated me, right? Okay, big red flag if you've ever dated me. Big red flag. But let's talk about green flags. So a green flag, to find out if somebody is your teammate or just talent. Green flag number 1. Consistency. Is this person or business partner consistent? Can you expect them to do what you expect them to do? Do you know where they're going to be where they're supposed to be? Do you know that they're going to react this way, this way? Do you know they're going to come at you this way? Do you know if you'll have a disagreement, how it's going to end? Do you know if there's a problem, how it's going to go forward? Do you know if something's good, how it's going to go back? Do you know if they get rich or get poor, or if you guys make it, or if you don't make it? How will they handle it? Consistency. Do they have consistency? Do they show up all the time? Do they always follow up? Do they always make it to the events no matter what? Are they always there? Win, lose, or draw. Consistency. Green flag, number 1. Green flag, number 2. With a true teammate who is not just talent, there are no real surprises. Like, I don't know if you ever hang out with somebody that's talented, but you'll be kicking it with them, and then they will do some stuff that you're just like, whoa, big surprise, bro. Like, I did not know you were a complete and total psycho, right? What? No surprises. That's another green flag. If you already know how somebody's coming, what to expect from them, just like the consistency, if you know what they're going to do, if you know that, okay, I'll get some small surprises, which are within reason. But when I start getting surprises that don't make any sense to me, and they're unforgiving, they're probably talented and not your teammate. More green flags. Number 3. Was that 3? Yeah, that's it. That's 3. That's 3. Green flag number 3. This person, whether through business or personal, is honest, even when you don't want to hear it. They're not snarky. They're not mean. They even might be compassionate. Like, yeah, fam, you know my peoples, right? I love you, dog. But yeah, them shoes. What are those? Okay, what are those? Like, that's fam, right? Honest, even when you don't want to hear it, because it seems bad at the time you hear it from that person. But that's because they don't want you to go out into the world and get embarrassed. A person that is talent and not your teammate, they're not going to say anything to you. They're going to let you just go out, think you look bad, and not say nothing, because you know why? It makes them look better. It gives them more opportunities because it's all about them. Their talent can shine more now because now they have an excuse not to share with you because you're messed up. But a true teammate will say, hey, bro, Yo, look at that. Fix that. I want you to have your best chance. Another green flag, when they're honest with you. Some people will call this person a wet blanket. If your friend is trying to keep you out of jail or keep you out of a bad relationship or keep you out of a bad business situation, you may not want to hear it. But the person that will say something to you that is honest and true and full of true critical thought, not just talking trash or saying stupid stuff like most people we know do. Most people we know are stupid. But honestly, that is a green flag. That's another one. Where we at? Ooh, green flag number 4. Are they accountable? Accountability is a big thing. Just the other day, I actually will say, this happens to me a lot of times when I first meet people, a lot of times when I'm out partying. Sometimes it'll be a misunderstanding, right? I will humble myself and I will apologize if I know I'm really wrong. And I will tell everybody, hey guys, you know what? I was tripping. I had a little Philly thug in me. I be bugging, right? I be bugging. Right? Philly cuz, but I be tripping. So I'll apologize. Now, even if I first met them, it could make me look like a loser, but I'll apologize anyway, right in front of them. Is that the kind of person they are, where they know they're wrong? You know they're wrong. Everybody knows they're wrong. Will they say, hey, you know what, dude? I was wrong there. That's a green flag. A person that will never tell you that, like, My mother, sister, aunt, family, anybody I'm basically related to. Won't do is admit when they're wrong. That's a good teammate right there, not just talent. What is another green flag? Oh, we got two more green flags, okay? It's another green flag. Number 5. Are they unselfish? Now, I don't mean unselfish to the point of stupidity, to the point of depletion, but I would say unselfish to the point of an arm's length. So I will help anybody outside of this arm's length. So as long as you're outside of here, I'm very unselfish. My last dollar, whatever I got, as long as it's not going to destroy any of this right here. You see this cool spot I got? As long as it's not going to mess that up. Look, you see my cool Barbie doll? As long as it's not going to mess that up. I'm with you, baby. Are they unselfish? Or are they the kind of person who, even if you're outside of all of this, it wouldn't hurt them. They'll still be like, no, because everybody else wouldn't do it. This is how everybody is. Everybody's greedy. Everybody's selfish. Everybody lies. Everybody. Warning. We'll talk about those red flags later. If they are selfish, that is not a green flag. If they are unselfish, even to the point of where you feel like it's almost a fault in them. Now, if they're stupid, that's a different thing. But unselfish reasonably, another green flag. And a person that is your teammate and not just talent, using you to clean up their terrible jump shots or bad soccer goal attempts that go off the post. Why didn't you get my rebound? Well, because you suck. But that's a whole nother conversation. I think we got one more green flag. This is the final green flag to know that you have a teammate versus just talent. Talent will come out and play and hang with you and socialize with you and work with you. And they will do the same routine with you every time, every year, every week, every month for years and years and years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. They still seem like they keep treating you pretty much like the day they first met you. Even though they've known you for years and you've been through all kinds of things, they act like they just met you yesterday. Right? Well, a real teammate, green flag, final one, number 6. Number 6, green flag number 6. They get to know you better over time. They learn what upsets you. They learn what does things wrong. They learn what you like. They know what you dislike. They know how to debate and argue with you. They know how to have a disagreement with you and then not escalate. They actually take the time to learn how to communicate and with you because they know you also are their teammate. As you are working with them, they will work with you. But if they don't ever want to work with you, they don't never seem to grow with you, they don't never seem to get you, and they just keep going off like you just met 3 days ago after 5 or 10 years? Yeah, not your teammate. But if they do, that is the final green flag that you have got a good person. This can take anywhere from 6 to 12 months to learn. So sometimes you might have to lay back a little bit when you first meet somebody that seems like a new business associate or friend. Don't jump on them the first couple of weeks, guys. 6 months to a year. Eventually something bad will happen and you'll find out. So that's the first segment of Capu Crazy Car 14. I'm in my trizzy, looking gorgeous. I'm kind of hot, but whatever, right? Capu Crazy Carl, those are the green flags. Let's talk about those red flags. We out. Okay, that's not red, but you get the point. Red flags. And this is the next part of Capu Crazy Carl, episode 14. Talented versus teamwork. Or should I say teamwork or talented? Whatever you may want to do it. TNT. Boom, baby. Right? So this is the next segment. In this part, we already did the green flags, and now it's time for the red flags. I may break this up into different segments, but we'll see how it goes, depending on how much I have to say about each red flag. So red flag number one. Red flag number one is teammate or talent. Now, if they're a teammate, every time you have a chance to succeed, move forward, get an opportunity, this person is going to make sure they find you. Even, I knocked over Biggie Smalls. Biggie, do not come back and take me to the grave with you, okay? Sorry about that, brother. Sorry about that, brother. You all right? Yeah, gotta set Biggie back, right? But a teammate will always find you. Now, in basketball, that's a guy that's a really good passer. Like, he'll be in the middle of a shot, and he'll see his teammate open, and he'll stop his open shot to go, whew. You ever see a guy do that in basketball? That's a teammate. Kyrie Irving don't do that too much, do it? Now, Kevin Durant don't do that too much, do it? Now, most people that are talented, they only help you out when they're in trouble or they have a problem. But if everything is going their way, it's like you don't exist. Teammate or talent. Be aware of that. The teammate is going to want you to give the best. They're going to tell you what your best opportunities are, what your best moves are. They're going to let other people know how to help you succeed. They're going to tell other people, hey, this guy, you should have him with you. Hey, because you know what they know? A teammate knows your success equals my success. If you get better, I'll get better. But the talented person that's not a teammate, but they're super talented, this is the red flag you look for. When it's your time to shine, but it doesn't seem to be about them, and they make excuses, and they just can't, get it done. It's not because they're stupid, because look how talented they are. You're way too talented to not be able to know that I have a great opportunity here. What it is if it doesn't help them directly and they can't be the benefactor on the top, they can't see the long-term benefit of your success. And that's red flag number one. Do they look out for you like you look out for them? And do they look out for you even when the opportunity could have been for them? That's a teammate. And I think that's that segment. So we'll call that. 3 more. Oh, guys. Like my Afro pick? I bought this the other day. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do. Now, I did hear that you can actually pick out your dreadlocks from the tip and bring them out to like an Afro. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I had to have the pick. I might just stick it in my hair some days. Be cool, right? Anyway, I just wanted to bond like that for a second. But here's another red flag. This is red flag number 2. We got one more red flag after this, and this is episode number 14 of Cat Poo Crazy Carl. Talented or teammate? Which is which, right? So here's another red flag. Now this one is a little more specific because I'm fairly elderly. I don't know if you guys know, I tell you in a lot of videos, I'm 47. I know I look beautiful. I know the 6-pack is fire. It's fire. But I'm old, okay? So I've lived a long time. So I dealt with people that had a lot of brothers and sisters, and I dealt with a lot of what I call only children. Now there's 2 kinds of only children out there. Only child number 1 is just someone that is simply the only child in their family, right? Only child number 2 is a very, very pretty woman or guy. Whether they got brothers or sisters or not, if they're very pretty, like, damn, you fine, motherfucker. Like, damn, I will suck your mama's, I will, wow. I will do stuff illegal to you for love. That's all I'm saying, right? Like, they that pretty, right? These are what I call only children. And basically what these people are is either due to their just ridiculous amount of beauty where everybody adores them, they get so much attention and opportunity that basically their entire youth and childhood and teenage years, they're almost like gods. Like everything they say, people react to. If they cry, they complain, whatever it is they get, whatever, it's all about them, this, that, and the third, right? But then they grow up and they come out and they get with people like me that's got 3, 4 brothers and sisters, or somebody that's got 6, 7, 10 brothers and sisters that lived in one bedroom, right? I didn't live like that, but you get my point. The point is, we get with them and then they have a certain way about them. Now, every single child or very pretty person is not bad. There's a lot of great, beautiful people out there and only children I have met, have had great relationships with, true troopers, okay? But they go one of two ways. They either become ultra selfish or ultra teamwork, okay? But sometimes they might try too hard because they don't have any brothers and sisters. It's almost desperate. So they might go too far. So that's a red flag too, by the way. But look out for the only child who basically, when everything is all good, when everything is perfect, when there's no problems, this only child is so cool, man. They're such a teammate. They're so with you. They're sharing, whatever, no problem. I'm your home dog, right? Oh, they're the best person in the world. You're like brother and brother, sister and sister, whatever it may be, right? But then, this is the red flag I want you to look for. Be their friend, be cool, but I want you to be aware. Because the time is going to come about, I'd say 3 to 6 months in. Wait, that's it. I think that was 5 months. 6 months in to a year, maybe. A year if they're really good. But it depends on how much time. But if you spend a lot of time with them, 3 to 6 months, something is going to happen. One thing I teach you about life, time tells all truths. In 6 months to a year, spending a lot of time with somebody, eventually something stressful, something bad, something dangerous, something illegal, so whatever, something's going to happen. And you're going to see, how do they handle it? Do they handle it like a teammate? Like, hey, let's do this together. Let's keep it cool. Let's work together. We do it together. We're going to be fine. That's teammate logic. Or do they become the only child, pretty selfish talent? Me. What about me? Sacrifice you to the fire. Go ahead. You got it. They put you under the bus. They run off. They disappear. Their money goes. You can't. All of a sudden, they don't know you. And that is how you know. And that's red flag number 2 in Cat Poop Crazy of teammate or talent. Who are they? We got one more. Let's get it done. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 red flags. Okay. My skit game is lame this time, but I think it's this cool trench coat. Plus, it's hot. And I can't think and talk and be brilliant at the same time. I'm trying, but I need money. So you guys should like, share, subscribe, and let me get to stuff so I can get super chats of $1 that'll make me successful financially. And maybe I can date a large woman with a big buttocks. But that's a whole nother situation. Anyway, they're in the final section of Cat Poop Crazy Carl, episode number 14, talented or teammate? Teammate or talented? Which one is it? TNT. Right? Last one. We out here. Third red flag I want to talk to you guys about. And the last one was focused on a specific thing, only children. Well, this one is a variation that entitles all people, even multifamily people. And it actually relates to the teammate or talent scenario. I know you like a belch, right? It's gangster. I know. I belch like I'm an alpha male. I'm losing my hair. I belch it and I'm losing my hair. Yeah, I'm an alpha. Alpha male. Alpha male. I'm so stupid. Anyway, red flag number 3 is you have this friend. They're your associate. They might be a new friend. They might be an old friend. A lot of these are going to be very new friends or friends you met under conspicuous circumstances, okay? This friend is what I call the blowing in the wind. In the wind. You got me blowing, just blowing in the wind. So this friend blows in the wind. They come, they go. 1 minute they're calling you every day. Where you at? What you doing? Where you going? What's happening? What are you wearing? What do you smell like? Blah, blah, blah. Can I come over? Can I be with you? Come see me. Come to my house. And then they disappear. They disappear. I'm not playing. They disappear on you. And you're like, yo, where'd it go? Like, my phone ain't ringing in a few days. They always calling me. They know I always answer. Why? And then they hit you back up out of the blue, or you finally get back around, or maybe you see them out somewhere, right? With some of your other friends. And then and they'll be sitting over there. And you'll walk up, oh, hey, what's up, guys? And I'm like, oh, Sheree, what you telling? Oh, well, you know, we was hanging out with Mike Tyson and Yasiel Puig and you know, the director for the Oscars and you know whatever else. And yesterday, I was like, wait, honey, why didn't you call me? I was home. I told you I was chilling. I texted you. I told you it was something. I thought you was on chill. Like I thought you. Oh, then they on some. Oh, I was so excited I forgot about you. Or oh, my phone was dead. Or well, they didn't say you could come. Oh, and then what'll happen is since y'all know a lot of the same people, eventually look for this red flag. You're going to talk to other people and they're going to tell you about stuff that happened. Or that person may even come and tell you about stuff that happened. You're like, why didn't you tell me? And you realize, hold up. Every time I have something popping, something good for us, I tell you. I might even tell you when I can't go. Just so you can go and benefit. But this same person, when it's time to tell you, nothing. They only show up when you're there. So if something happens and you're there, they're like, oh, yeah, come on. But if you're not there, they're just going like, oh, I forgot about you. Teammate or talent? And this is the thing you got to look out for. And I'm going to close it out on that right there. Now, I want to tell you guys some final words. Even though I gave you all these great red flags, look for these red flags, but always give people a chance. Always give people an opportunity, but protect yourself. Keep an arm's length. Don't let them in here, but protect yourself and watch them. And if you see these red flags, or even those green flags, you know it's good, or check it, red flag versus green flag. Do a contrasting list. But if you find out that they got all these red flags and not enough green flags or none of them, that person is a psycho. And it's okay to be friends with them. It's okay to learn with them. It's okay to be better with them. But there will come a time where you will not be friends with them anymore. By the way, people change their friendships every 5 to 10 years after their youth. Only your youthful friends you really stay friends with. Everybody else is. So look for the red flags and green flags. And that's Cat Poop Crazy Carl number 14. I hope you guys like my outfit. I think I look phenomenal. I got my little brown boots on. I'm looking good. I got a Cadillac shirt. I got my hair. I got my beanie. Ooh, see my alopecia? Yeah. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, man. We out of here. Cat Poop Crazy Carl. I'm tired. I'm hot. And I'm going to get my post up and get back to posting on schedule with daily videos for 2023 because I really want the algorithm to love. Thank you, guys. I hope you guys have a great year, a great day, and a great night. Yeah.
At one point in his hip hop's history, freedom of speech was freedom or death. Now they trying to silence us being toxic masculine.
Let's do this. Y'all give us 817 likes. Let's do this, y'all. And we're going to talk about this in our next dope.
You see, the way it works is I had to do this unauthorized collab, bro. Danica Marie. Yeah, real talk towards women. You see, the way it works is I had to do this unauthorized collab, bro. Danica Marie. Yeah, real talk towards women.
Have been built off the backs of black men. Right? Good, bad, indifferent. It's been built off of y'all off of y'all. Have been built off the backs of black men. Right? Good, bad, indifferent. It's been built off of y'all off of y'all.
Nah, I know y'all don't like what we doing over here. I know y'all don't like what we saying. Y'all don't like us what we speaking. Y'all don't want us to speak. They want us to shut up and sit in our little corner and be good little boys.
Like, yo, shut up and say, you know what? I don't have to be stuck doing this, and I don't have to be used like this. I don't have to be milked. I don't have to be used up. I cannot use that thing.
Yeah, I can integrate functions over intervals, teach my son how to translate energy in the mass and the speed of light and how to use that and how to raise things to exponential.
Have been built off the backs of black men. Right? Good, bad, indifferent. It's been built off of y'all off of y'all.
See, one swing at a tongue can pierce you like a sword through the lung. Have you not heard that words kill us faster than bullets when you load negative thoughts in the chain of your brain and your mouth pulls the trigger that propels?
You know, I don't get the benefit off of that, baby. What are you doing? Hold on, I get a percentage of that damn child support. What are you doing? I get a percentage out of you guys.
Yeah, I can integrate functions over intervals, teach my son how to translate energy in the mass and the speed of light and how to use that and how to raise things to exponential.
It's way deeper than what you guys are thinking. This goes way deeper than vagina.
Yeah, you see, one sway of the tongue, it can pierce you like a sword through the lung. Have you not heard that words kill us faster than bullets when you load negative thoughts in the chain of your brain and your mouth pulls the trigger that propels?
Women exploiting countries. No, nigga. Get back on your leash. How dare you? Who do you think you is?
My son, every morning, we can count the dough or kick a flow. Chill out watching videos. Act really silly, yo, but really though, all that can end. This is God's time.
Have been built off the back of black.
Praise my son every morning. We can count the dough or kick a flow. My son every morning. We can count the dough or kick a flow.
Good, bad, indifferent. It's been built off of y'all off of y'all. Women exploiting countries. No, nigga. Get back on your leash. It's way deeper than what you guys are thinking. You know, I don't get the benefit off of that, baby. What are you doing?
So we talking about life and y'all start talking about death. Y'all talking about abortion. Or y'all talk about destruction. And it's like y'all listening to them demons over there. Like, who are you not listening to? So we talking about life and y'all start talking about death. Y'all talking about abortion. Or y'all talk about destruction, and it's like y'all listening to them demons.
right, it is game on, and this is the Volo and Butthead's Tech-A-Palooza show, makeup show from Saturday, because I don't know what the fuck I was doing Saturday, made me forget. I think I was just bullshitting Saturday. I don't know. Why fucking around? I don't know. But I did a couple shows today, and then I remember while I was out, and somebody pissed me off. So 2 good reasons to do the show. So we up in the house tonight. Of course, it's myself, Mr. CD Enforcer, aka Poppy Called the Bad Boy, aka Black Jesus. And that's how we roll down in the streets, scaring everybody every chance we can get. Just did some funny stuff today with the Who's Funny show. It's going to be on Hulu and what's it called, Roku, and all those little side things. So some of my stand-up comedy is about to be on TV. That bug on me on TV. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully they'll like it. Have me back to do a bunch of more stuff because they think it's dope. So we'll see how that goes too. So that was positive today, but also somebody pissed me off today being selfish. And I'm just getting tired of selfish human beings. Get on my last fucking nerves. Anyway, our tech lord of the week this week is Lloyd Wright. I feel like I did him before, but fuck it, we're gonna do it again. He's the guy that built houses like out of the ground, so he likes to involve the earth in his construction process. So we'll go over some of that later. I think that's pretty cool from an architectural, technological point standing. Also, we break the show into multiple segments. We do a tech news today segment where we read through some of the current news of the day, make a few jokes about it, go through it, see anything that's going to freak us out. Think Skynet, is getting built tomorrow, or any conspiracies to stop us from thriving in society that technology will do, such as take all of our jobs by the year 2050. Well, 60% of our jobs. That's all right. You'll eat your neighbor. You'll be fine. Also, we what other segment do I do? We got that, the Tech Lord of the Week. I don't know, maybe random talking. Also, we got the Volo video game segment, the SAT Spanish and slang word of the day segment also. So we'll check out that stuff and those things. And I do got my guest host here with me. I don't know if he's awake over there or not. He might have to unmute himself if he is.
No, I'm here. What's going on, yo?
All right, DMT, hold on, talk Charlie, the master. What's happening?
All is good, man. You know what I mean? All is good.
How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? Yeah, the Eagles won that game, right?
Yeah. Let's start with the drama. Yeah, they won. I went down and watched it with Pops, and he liked to change the channels of the whole game. I'm like, no. So we sat there and watched the game. He hooked me up with some chicken. Pop cooked some chicken and
nice.
Some seafood and some shrimp fried rice we got from the Chinese store. So
nice.
Had a good little time while the boy, pretend that he gonna watch the game with us and then go, play on his iPad or whatever he'd go do.
Yeah. When you're a kid, you don't really get into it. Like it almost takes like you having like a great sport experience for you to get hooked. Like I think the time I realized that sports mattered was when the Sixers won the championship. And 82, 83?
Yeah. Well, he got he has the Eagles Super Bowl. So
well, yeah, but was he watching the game?
Nah. Well, he might have been, but he was there.
No, it's I get it, but it's just you get to see the after effects.
No. We ain't go to this. We ain't go to this parade. I wish we would have went to that parade too.
See, I'm gonna tell you, if you want to sell sports to your kid without being like some mean psycho dad, like sit down and watch this. This is what men do, and boy, instead of all that, if you really want your kids to be into sports, take them to the after effects of. So they see what they know you watch the Super Bowl. Why they watch the Super Bowl? But then if they can see how people act in the streets all night, like Broad Street is clogged up with people throwing footballs down the middle, and with basketball, people doing crossovers just like Iverson down Broad Street.
Yeah.
Like you kids me, like that's what got me because I think it might even been 80. I think I was 5 years old because I was like almost carry you, kind of like 4 or 5, and it was like 80. I think it was 80 when we won with the Sixers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like 4. I was 4.
Oh no, the Sixers won 82 or 83.
82. Okay.
Yeah, when they went to the
Oh, you
finals
know
in
what? The
'80.
Eagles went to the Super Bowl in '80 and
Yeah,
lost.
all
And
four
then,
teams went to the championship game. The Phillies was the only one that won.
yeah. And then okay, so we won a couple. So I was like 6 or 7, but I was like little kid status, and I didn't really understand what happened. I didn't even know it was a like game 7 or something that night. I think it was the Sixers.
Yeah.
And they won that night. And mom was like, yo, and I was like, mom was like, yo, come outside. The Sixers won the championship. I'm like, what? What are you talking? She picked me up and took me outside, and I went out and just everybody. It was like 1:00 in the morning on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like the time of night where you go outside, it was everybody. People were driving down the street, driving down the driveway, hugging their horse. Uncle Jake and all that was pulling up out front, like, what are you niggas doing driving around? You probably be drinking. Fuck it, right? It's the Sixers won, yucca. Like, I was like, no. So this is what like it kind of means, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish we would have went to that parade too. I had an opportunity because I was managing the store, but nah, I said, let me just go make this money, this cash or whatever, and I wish we would have went. I should have went with him. Could court the train down and everything. That shit would have been so live.
Yeah. The other way to get your kid to hooked on it, and I'm sure that's probably maybe I don't know. You taken them to enough baseball games, so y'all have actually seen probably like a good comeback win or like a game-winning home run, or maybe he even got to catch a ball or something, right?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff that really gets them stuck. It's really not the game or anything. It's something that happens during the game that like is like rare. Like, oh, now I get it. Oh,
Yeah.
now I get why we sat here for 12 hours waiting for this one home run. You know what I mean? Now I get it.
His baseball. Well, he plays baseball,
Mm-hmm.
and his baseball one is when he was a young buck. He might have been 5.
Mm-hmm.
He was 5 years old. Like he was already playing t-ball,
Mm-hmm.
and no, he might have been 6. We went to a Phillies game, and they hit 2 grand slams in the first 3 innings.
Oh yeah.
So the crowd was going crazy because the score was like, the score was like 15-0 in the first 3 innings. So it's like the crowd was just going crazy because we were smacking the shit out of them. And I even record video of him turning like, hit another one. I was like, son, they just hit 2 grand slams.
Like
in
we
the
done
first
for the
2
game,
innings.
son.
They ain't gonna see no more, but that was amazing,
Yeah,
so
right.
that next year when he was at the thing, the bases was loaded. He gave me a look because he came up to the plate and he gave me that look like, I'm about to point at the fence like Babe Ruth, Daddy.
What is he doing? Take him out of here.
Like he knew it was a grand slam time. The bases loaded. I know what that means.
Yo, I
Daddy,
know what
I'm about to hit this out the park.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Ooh.
No, he hit it. He can. Boom can hit.
Okay, good.
He
better hit that on that body.
Yeah, he can hit, but he's driving the ball pretty good too. It's rounding second. Like we got to work on that. On that speed.
Yeah, he got He got Kirby Puckett syndrome.
Yeah. That's
what does he do? Play for the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, that's what I'm fighting with the ladies about, because they just want to feed him and they don't want to go run with him.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you the only way, like really, man, because I'm gonna tell you, you ain't never gonna be able to stop them from stuffing them all the bad stuff, right? So it's like you kind of would have to figure out a way to get him to be like on a caveman type of diet where y'all still eat meat and stuff like that. But like I said, you eat burgers without the buns. You make a lettuce wrap out of the burger, but still you have the burger with the cheese and the ketchup and the meat and all that, onions and all that. You know what I mean? But then wrap it in lettuce, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you would be surprised that if he does that, especially if he's with you for a week or 4 or 5 days, or you'd be surprised how much that can. Like that shit will knock like 2-3 pounds off him a month on the sneak.
Yeah.
On the sneak.
And we doing the bike every day. So we do the bike. We've been doing the bike every day. We do a good mile. Huh?
The bike and all the exercise and stuff is good. Like me, I'm a no exercise weight loss coach, right? So it helps, yes. Stay active, be active. That helps because it helps to burn the calories and keep things churning. But like for me, I try to make the diet for somebody that's 700 pounds and can't move a leg, right?
Yeah.
Because if you can make a diet work for them, then anybody less than that should be able to do it. That's my logic, right?
Yeah.
So that's my diet concept. It's a lifestyle thing. So what I have is a cheat day. You know what I mean? So I 5-6 days a week, when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, there's no milk products, there's no bread, there's no pasta, there's no other really alcohols except for wine or tequila. I don't even drink that. I try to keep it off. No crazy sauces or creams or any of that kind of stuff. Just straight up caveman stuff. Like if it's like fruits, nuts, vegetables, and meat. You know what I mean? And you can eat as much as you want. You know what I'm saying? Do a little balance with it, but as much as you want. You can cook it. You can do different stuff to it. You can season, basic seasoning. For the vegetables, if you make a salad, you just use oil and vinegar with some seasonings, but you can put meat in it. You could put strawberry. You could do it. But man, I'm telling you, you get used to that shit, dog. The difference in how you feel is night and day. And like I lost like 20 pounds, no exercise the first month I did it. Like that, I was serious about it. Where I was like, yo, 6 days, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna eat salads and mix in the bananas, and I ate as much as I want. I wasn't starving, I wasn't like, oh, let me count my calories. Fuck a calorie count. Calorie count these is what I said to the calories, right? I need 40,000 calories a day. I'm a giant black man. Fuck that. So you can eat as much as you want, but you just gotta. When you eat, it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get the burger. But like, I used to go to McDonald's in the morning before work and buy 2 double cheeseburgers. I would open them up, take the bunch, throw the buns in the trash, and just eat the meat.
Mm-hmm.
So even if I had to kind of like cheat or I had to get a rush thing, look like little shit like that, yo, I'm telling you, man, no exercise, you'll just start noticing like, yo, he's looking a little slimmer. And it'll only be like 1 or 2 pounds a month unless you take it really seriously. And then like the first month you lose like 5 or 10, like it's amazing. But then it tallies off. But if you just do it here and there, especially if he's going back and forth, you can try to figure out a way to get just think like a caveman when you eat. Like, what would a caveman have? A caveman wouldn't have pasta or ragu or all this cheese. You know what I mean? Caveman don't have cheese. You know what I mean? Caveman, you know what I mean? Think like that. Like the way if you're like the way that God made this thing, think of the way that God made you to eat. God didn't make all this other shit. We figured that out because we got busy with that whole thinking we was God thing and made science, right? I'm telling you, you'd be surprised and not like I said, not holding back. Fuck, I eat packs of steaks. Packs. Like 6 of them joints. I just cook them up. Just be banging them joints for the whole night. That's dinner. But I won't do nothing with them but put salt and pepper on them. And just bang them. And maybe dip them in a barbecue sauce at most. But usually I just bang them straight up or a steak sauce. Like real simple. But nothing heavy, nothing crazy. Eat that. Then I eat vegetables and salads all day. Then I eat fruit like all crazy and stuff. Then I eat like getting a whole bunch of nuts and like trail mix stuff and stuff like that. But not with the chocolate. Stay away from chocolate, all that junk. And if you do gotta eat chocolate, eat dark, unsweetened chocolate. It supposedly has antioxidants in it.
Yeah.
So there's ways around it, and you still can cheat and stuff like that. So I would like, but man, if you want to get him to lose weight and not have to like take him out and basically beat the boy with a stick to get him to do it, trying to figure out ways to like practice that lifestyle of, yo, we caveman when we come here. Like it almost make it like a game, you know what I mean? Like we live, like when you with the women, you live in a good life. Here, we live like cavemen here. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like make it like fun almost. Like, yeah, I'm about to go to a survivalist class at my dad's crib. What's that? We don't have no bread. We don't have no pasta up in there, man. We living like animals. You know what I mean? So there's a tip for how to trick them in. But yeah, sports is crazy. Anything else going on?
Well, the sports. Well, then we trying to figure out the Harden thing. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Without him.
Yeah, I know. Like that's the attitude that we seem to be taking, and you know what I mean.
Because as soon as they come back, Tyrese Maxey going to go back to being Tobias Harris, and then Tobias Harris going to go back to being the dude that we like. Why we get this boy the goddamn money? It's like it's fine the way it is now. I'm like, man, I'm like, eat that though. Tell that nigga don't come back, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Keep this money, nigga. Get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, cuz, and just ball with what y'all got right now. Cause they look like they look like they together now. He just gonna come back and start all that bullshit. And
Yeah, the same Ben
then we gonna
Simmons.
start talking that dumb shit. Well, we need Harden to be Harden in the fourth. No, Harden ain't Harden no more. He ain't never gonna be Harden again. He can't just turn it on. He's not LeBron James.
You tried to trade to the Clippers for basketballs. And
Yeah, they almost fell for that dumb shit too.
who, the Clippers?
Yeah, dumb.
No, he wasn't.
We
wanted the young boy. What's the young boy name?
I don't know, somebody else good. Probably probably our point guard probably
No, I think it's a small forward.
Oh, who's a small forward on the Clippers now?
Young boy, I think.
Like Paul. It can't be Paul George or Kawhi. They're old. Who else in the like Terrence Mann or?
I gotta look it up. That's
it's one of them niggas. It's one of the other starter boys. But
it wasn't Westbrook.
No, I wasn't. They don't want what. Nobody wants Westbrook. Westbrook don't want Westbrook. They out there trying to ball. I watched the game and they tried to ball the fuck out on a little beat up squad. I'm like, yeah, all right, niggas, don't hype me the fuck up. Hype me the fuck up. Fuck out of here. Y'all come out there and lose the fucking scrubs. It's spanked by them. You're spanked by Utah. I don't know what it is about some of them teams. Man, they just got them niggas numbers for life. The only team they can beat is the fucking Lakers. It's just stupid. The Lakers can't beat nobody.
LeBron playing again?
Yeah, he back out there. He trying to drop a little 25 a game. You need to slow that shit down and do like 18 though. The last game they actually won, he did. He came out real chill. He let everybody else kind of do their thing. He wasn't out there like trying to. And then he waited to the very end of the game, and then he did his LeBron thing. And that's what he should do. You know what I mean? Too old for that fourth quarter LeBron life. Nah. Let the young boys run the fuck around. So that's it. Yeah, but they doing their thing. But they got a dope roster, but they don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they figured
and then
it
the
out.
Phillies is over, so it's what game 3 was of the playoffs today. I don't even know who. I don't know who won or anything.
I don't know, man. It don't even matter. I'm a LA. I'm a LA dude now. After my team lose, I don't pay attention to shit no more.
Yeah. The Raiders.
What, they lost. All right, I didn't even notice. Wait, they still playing? Like I'm on that type shit. Like, they still playing baseball?
Yeah, well, man, the ratings is low. They really wanted a repeat from last year.
Yeah,
they know, we would have showed up to every game and shit. Even in where is they playing? Houston. They'd have been playing Houston Astros again.
Yeah,
but both teams lost. So
I
know.
Who was it for anyway?
Huh?
Let me see what Yahoo Sports is saying. Let me see.
Oh, with the baseball, or
yeah, I guess it would be. It would only be right that it is the damn World Series, right? We like, man, I don't know about that shit. Is LeBron playing in the World Series, nigga? All right, so it's the Texas Rangers and the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny. And Arizona was pretty much 500, 84 wins. Rangers was good. All right, well, they're doing their thing. Some guy named Simeon, probably on steroids. He got them forearms. They got them Popeye forearms. That's how you know they be roided up, boy. And Gus Edwards, 3 touchdown game. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. It's a baseball shit, man. I don't know. I don't think are they even playing yet? Oh, it's tied 1-1.
Oh, it's still going on.
Yeah, it's tied 1-1.
Oh,
it's tied 1-1. Like that's the series. The series is tied 1-1 right now.
Oh, okay. So I thought they played tonight. So it might be tomorrow.
No, they ain't got no. Unless they played earlier, and I don't see no shit. I don't know.
Goddamn
numbers is so confusing over here. Oh, here it is to the right. Yesterday they played in Arizona. Saturday, October 28th. Yesterday, I guess. Okay. Arizona won 9-1, and then Texas won by 1 the first game.
So game 3 tomorrow.
Yep, they play Monday.
Okay. So I'll probably try to watch that tomorrow and then join in on the rap.
Yep. So that's
the sports, huh? We'll check out the Flyers later.
Man, oh yeah, they just started playing, huh? Are they already sucking? Let's see what we got.
Probably so.
I gotta look. Let's see what we got.
Philly things, Joe.
Okay, actually, we're doing we're doing okay right now. Let me see. Wait. So we're 4-3, so we're above 500 right now. So now Boston is 7-0, and some other guys are 6-2. So we're middle of the pack. Well, we don't suck yet.
Yeah.
But maybe we're good this year. Or not. I mean, because you think about it, yeah, since it's so early, we look like we're way down the list, but you think about it, it's only one game difference than New Jersey, who's way up here in the 3 spot. So I think we're fine. It's the beginning of the season. Nothing that tells you. You got a couple of weeks. You got like All-Star break before you know whether shit is good or bad. So there you go. The Flyers update. We're not sucking yet, but we're trying
to.
So,
and you know, just to let the audience know, we that's our 4 for 4 thing. We from Philly, and you know, back in 1980, we went to all 4 championship games, and the Phillies won, and that's the legend. And while Philadelphia fans are the craziest, we're trying to repeat that.
Yeah,
got a chance, but last year, but you know, the Sixers and the Flyers sucked.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how it is. It's a rare occurrence because the logic be with some people that if one team goes to the championship, it hypes everybody else to want to go. You know, you should really focus this year. Like you should have focused last year.
But I think we're the only city that ever did that. I don't know if New York ever did that too.
Yeah.
Well, we can always research that later on.
Yeah.
And then these are things we used to do on the old show.
Right.
But I don't even want to go there. Then I'm just
my
watching
part of town. That's what the Philly stuff is for.
Yeah. Then I'm just breezing through other social media and stuff, and seeing the wars again. Everybody got to be at war with each other, and yada yada.
Which war is this? He said, "Pick one up."
Well, yeah. Pick one. The one that just came out of it ain't come out of nowhere. I was kind of expecting it to happen. Is Whitlock and the young boy, the basketball player. They beefing. No. Royce White. So they beefing right now.
So one of the younger players or something.
Well, what happened is Whitlock switched to a more sports oriented podcast. So he's doing more. He's more into football. It is football season, so he's more into football. So what's the name is on there now? What's the Tampa Bay defensive end?
Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp is on there, and Green Bay quarterback Brett Favre is on there now.
Favre, did he show anybody his penis? I've actually been forced to see Brett Favre's penis once, right?
That's TMI for me, man.
Welcome to Hollywood. No, that Jimmy Kimmel show, right? They got that security guard that they kind of made a starter show. His name's like Pedro. It's like a Mexican homie with the mustache. Well, one day this nigga, I'm walking out for lunch, and one day he's standing out on the curb, and I guess they're like, interviewing people for the show. So he said, all right, we're going to show you something. We're going to get your reaction. He said, and he opens it up, and this goddamn Brett Favre's digging it. It's the picture that he sent to the broad when he was playing for the Jets.
Okay.
Yeah. Not pleasant at all. And it was a bad choice, Brett Favre. Bad choice. It did not help my nigga at all. He must have been drunk feeling himself. But anyway, so it's on that. So what did he say? Something crazy about the young boy on the show?
Well, the young boy's running for senator. He's actually running for politics. So his whole MO is more like, instead of being, he's supposed to be like, he's the original, ex-player to be on the show, but he's his show is supposed to be based on, being Christian and your faith and everything, and also on the politics, they touch on a little bit. So he's real political in his talking points, and he ran for Congress, and now he's running for Senate next
Wait,
year.
are they mad at Draymond Green?
Draymond Green? No, Draymond Green got his own show.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't see his show in a while. Like his show don't pop up on my thing like it used to.
Yeah, you gotta stay on top of that shit. That's the only way to really get it.
Well, they push that dude, Flight Mike dude, on me all the time. Like it's certain ones they push on you.
Yeah.
Well, and I doubt if he does this show consistently like the dude Flight Mike do and the other guy at Dreamcast or whatever his name. I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a couple of sports people that shows that I watch.
Oh, wait, I'm confused. You said Jason Whitlock and Royce White have beef, but they're on the same show.
Well, Royce White started his own show, Call Me Crazy.
Oh yeah.
So he's been growing. His show is growing. He's still, I don't think he's at 10,000 subs yet.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been showing. But his show is more on a political tip. So he's more on, his show is more towards conservatism. So Whitlock is more so towards being a football analyst, show. So you got to watch both of them to see what how the beef is really coming about. But it's pretty much Whitlock has canceled him.
What is he making videos about the guy?
Well, he blocked him on Twitter and told him he let information out that he wasn't supposed to get out.
If it makes you guys feel better, almost everybody on the YouTubes is successful, like Jason Whitlock. Like 9 niggas have blocked me. The Tone talks, and I don't even say nothing to them, my nigga, and they block me. I think who had me blocked for a minute? Like a politician or somebody had me blocked. Will Smith blocked me after that shit because I was mad at that nigga. Oprah's got me blocked.
You actually talk to these people?
Yeah, I do. One time, Roseanne Barr, I get vague responses or stuff or feedback, but I actually got a response from Roseanne Barr one time on some political stuff. She fed back and was talking to me back and forth for a couple of days. Yeah, I get a little feedback, and the rest of them see me. But really can't say nothing. Plus, they don't want to validate me because then I'm gonna be president.
Yeah,
you can't really go back and forth with me. It's more like I took a good shot, and they was like, "Man, get that nigga right there, that bitch ass nigga out my section." I don't know, Minister Jack probably about to block me now because you keep hating on the passport bros. I'm like, nigga, you're from Chicago and a fan of pimps. Why you keep spending all your time talking about brothers doing dirty stuff in other places? I'm like, leave that to the bitches. Like, the fuck? Let CNG have that. So okay, so this Jason Royce White thing you're talking about, is this like an imaginary beef or something?
I don't know. I don't know if they just playing that same role for likes or to get gain attention. I don't know.
Okay, but so anything else besides that?
Thing. With the social media or me and my son we decided we went live the other day. We went live on Thursday. We did our first Mario Kart race live.
So how was it?
It was cool. Like it was on Facebook. It's on Facebook. And we probably do one tomorrow. We're just going to set up this camera on the screen and race and be silly and have fun and just record us racing. What happened was he came in second. Luigi came in first.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got beef with Luigi because he won and my son came in second and I came in fourth. And it was fun. It was a fun little 30-minute race and we're going to do it again and try to do it like 2 or 3 times a week. We'll get a schedule together and start streaming our shows like that kind of a thing.
Yeah, see, look how easy that was.
Yeah So check us out. We'll advertise it. I'll advertise it on my social media when we're going to do it. Probably tomorrow before like 7:30. It seems like Eastern time is the time we're trying to set aside to just get on, race real quick, and then commentate and teach a little bit about the video games that we playing and have fun.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
And we ain't in all this fake beef that's going on just for likes or whatever, you know.
Oh man, that's the social media way. You got to say something out of control, or you got to pick with people that are more famous than you, and besmirch their name or call yourself exposing them or annoy them enough that they'll finally respond to you, and then after that dies, you just go find a new one, like like Charleston White. He's just always looking for his next what famous person is hot right now that I can annoy enough to say something back to me.
Yeah. That's how he do it, huh?
That's all it is. But eventually you got to do more and more stuff, and then he gets into it with other people. And I'm like, man, and people's like, oh no, Charleston White is doing his thing and he cool, ain't no more. I said, man, I get that he gets in these arguments and debates with people and stuff like that. I said, but all it takes is one crash dummy. And like when you out there in the social media world, there's really millions, because he's getting, millions of people are seeing these videos and edits of him talking and clips of all that stuff. I remember when I first used to talk to BS about Mr. BS had like a real hatred for this nigga. Yeah. Like I poked this nigga up right now if he was in the room with me like shit, right? Now he might not get him, but think of a younger dude or somebody else that's seeing it like that, and they got like a whole this dude is like the evil type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they take it too far, and then it's like, okay, now what? So he's playing a dangerous game, but that's
I'm rapping to a lot of 5%ers that are like that. You know what I'm saying? They so into their nation that it's like, or their beliefs, and it's like you can't even mention certain communities and it's like nah, I don't, it's like because they know that their truth or whatever,
Yeah.
I get you on that. They don't play at all when it comes to that.
Yeah, which I get, and what it is, I guess if the 5% nation was larger, like maybe outside of New York, to the point where it was basically almost like the Muslims in the NOI, where they almost have actual places where they can feed the kids and send them to school, and they got a mosque location. They got like a 5%er building in every city. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like here, my Muslim homie, anytime he has any tough times going on in life, there's two things he can count on. He can give the mosque as his address. So if he doesn't have a place to live, but he needs to get a job or get something else, or something you need an official address, he can use the mosque for his address. No questions asked, right? Mm-hmm. Second day, every week they got food that he can pretty much go get, which he gave him to act like this shit is free. Mm-hmm. It would not. Where I guess if you part of that church, whatever, you can come and grub and shit. And he even used to bring me food from it and whatnot. And I'm like, damn. And then when he used to go in and out of town on the electrician job, so he would go for 4 months, come back. So he would do like Uber and drive and stuff like that, or he just needed a car for a few months. He would go to the mosque, and there's guys there. They got cars that they'll rent them on the sublet homeboy shit, and they just make them pay a little bit extra to him. And it's your car for 2-3 weeks. No questions asked. Don't worry about your credit. Like that's the kind of stuff. If you're going to be stubborn, like a lot of the groups are the 5%ers, the Israelites and all the guys, you can do all that, but you got to be able to do something like what I just described. And then you can be gangster like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, but without that.
They not gangster. I mean, when it comes to people playing around, like the video you shared with me, the boy going around calling people bitch ass nigga, because they bitch ass nigga, like. Who that bitch ass nigga? I said, yo.
Wow.
I got suspended for saying I was smacking.
Right. Wow.
Laughing while I was smacking. Like, man, don't you ever do that. What's wrong with you?
Wow.
That's hating your heart. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I know.
They always turning on you.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing. What it is.
So yeah, that's what my son is doing, and the other people that I follow that I try to share, one of them is Akil Parker. He's a professor, so I've been trying to share his page because I don't want to be the teacher. Like it's like I want to be the math teacher, but it's I'm not trying to be the teacher that have to repeat the definition of the mean median mode 100 times to people that don't want to fucking listen to what the definitions is.
Basically,
I don't have that kind of patience.
I'm telling you, like, that's the beauty of like videos and the shorts, because you can every time somebody sees it, it's technically you re-explaining it, right?
Yeah.
So you can get a bunch of shorts going, stuff like that, reels and things like that. That's one way to kind of do things that you're like, okay. So if anybody ever asks you about it again, you just like I did, like anytime I get into this guy, I spot my God video on there. Oh, yeah. Check this out. Oh, you don't get it? Well, here, watch this video. I'll give a full explanation right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing with him. You know, we only 6 degrees, 6 degrees of separation, is that the term or whatever?
Yeah.
So like I got his number and everything, and but I just from now it's okay. They didn't catch the definition of mean median mode. I share his video. Here, go see Professor now. Now when you finish that, now come back to me and we can talk about the economics. That the histogram of the economics that we're talking about, because now instead of dealing with people that just don't want to accept what the definition of the median and what it means versus the mean is, like you have to choose one. And I'm trying to just say, listen, you got to choose one. Yes, the mean of households is 45,000 a year, but the median is a better measurement, is 35,000 a year, and that's where we're at, and that's not good. But now they want to argue, the choice of between the mean and the median and the mean, and they don't want to understand that. Where me and my dad can have that kind of discussion when it comes to baseball, because my dad understands that the mean is your your batting average, where the median would be more so where your batting average is at compared to everybody else on the team.
Yeah.
Now I can, decide my lineup from that. Like we can have nice deep conversations. It's just now, all right, Dad, you understand that with baseball, because he's stuck in his ways with putting what's his name? The dude that hit a lot of home runs in the first spot.
Yeah.
Like that's the new way of doing it, because I guess the manager is using the median to really put his batting order together. Where my dad would put the highest batting average, that mean batting first, and then have him batting fourth, because that's the traditional way of doing it.
Yeah, in the old school way, it's basically almost like the sine wave that you use in that mean median mode thing. Even on the roster, it's like at the beginning you got a guy that's good with getting on base, but he doesn't hit many home runs. He's fast. He's a good base stealer. He may have a low batting average, may have a high bat, but it's probably going to be 2 something. Then basically it starts going up 242. But then by the time you get to the third guy, you're looking at your 300 hitter, possibly also a home run hitter, 15, 20, 40 home runs. And then your really big guys in the 4, 5, and 4, 5, 6, or whatever it is, 3, 4, 5, and they're there. And then it starts going back down after that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's a guy with 10 home runs and a guy with 9 home runs, and then it's the pitcher.
Yeah. But the Phillies is using
kind of like that. You know what I mean? But your dad is doing the one where I guess the wave is kind of all the way to the left, and then it just flattens out all the way to the end.
His whole beef is Schwarber being the number 1 home run hitter and a low batting average, batting first.
Yeah. I
mean, my dad can't stand that.
I get it from the perspective of the best time to catch a pitcher is when he first gets out there.
Yeah.
Because if a pitcher gets his groove going, you can almost be on top. But if you catch him when he first gets out there, he could throw something that's just a little off because it's his first couple pitches. And you're like, oops, gotcha. Bow. Yeah. And then it's like nightmares after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but if he comes out and he gets down on you early good, and you help him set his pace, and he's faced the baddest motherfucker with a bat already, everybody after that is cake.
Yep.
I took out the craftiest nigga on my first walkout. Or the rest of you niggas, y'all might as well just not even come up here. So that's
now you're trying to explain that, and then by putting a dollar sign in front of it with yearly incomes.
Yeah. And
you start talking to
Then they used to call that. Didn't they call that Moneyball? And they made a movie about it or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And it basically was what you're discussing, like using the statistics and being economical and doing that rather than just going out like
the graph that I shared was the household incomes and ethnicity
Yeah,
and fatherless homes and the whole Larry Elder discussion,
yeah.
and then but in the end, I'm trying to just make people aware that you're given a choice between the mean, which one do you want to use, the mean or the median,
Mm.
and they don't understand the
Mm-mm.
choice. They don't want to understand the choice.
The
They just
one
want
thing,
to say it's a contradiction, like.
yeah, it's dog. It's the toughest thing about like the social media educational aspect is it's similar. It's very similar to the regular aspect. Like 8 out of 10 people, they kind of just want to chill, watch their TV shows, man. Whole World War III ain't gonna happen. Get this stupid kid out of the house. You know what I mean? And just rinse and repeat. I just want to see my TV show, bro.
Yeah.
I just want a big TV, dog. You know what I mean? I just want to have barbecues on holidays, dog. I don't want to. That's not for me. That's all that. But it's because a lot of higher ups have convinced people that they're not capable. You know what I mean? Like I noticed that when I have political talks, people will say stuff like, "Well, the government's money doesn't work like ours." I'm like, "Yes, it does. Actually, it is our money.
Yeah.
It is a bank account, just like you have a bank account called the Treasury. Money goes in, money goes out. More money's going out than's going in, and then we print more money. So that doesn't mean we're richer. That just means they spread the money out to cover it. And that why I broke the thing down about NBA players don't make as much as you think nowadays. They really make like a third of what you think. And it's because every time we run out of money in the government, they just raise the credit card limit. And I was just like, I don't understand why you can't understand. They even the politicians even used to say this. Remember? Oh, they're just raising the credit card limit. People's like, nah, that's not. I was like, it's literally called the debt limit. It's literally credit. Just like have you ever had a credit card, Volo?
Yeah.
You remember when you had them when you were young and you probably first used them, cash stuff, hamburgers, whatever else, maybe in college.
Yep.
And what did you do when you got to the limit?
Defaulted.
No, you know what you did? Oh, I know what
What
I
I
did.
do.
I called them niggas. It's like, yo, can you raise my limit? They like, sure, Mr. Anthony. And I'm talking from like $300 to like $5,000 over the course of 20 or 30. Because every time I'd run out of money, I just call them. And they were, all right, Mr. Anthony. They just let you get deeper and deeper.
Yeah, no, I ain't do that. That's why I'm not that far in debt like I, could have been,
Oh yeah, I got them paid off. But the funny shit was because I was doing this with the credit cards, you know what I would start getting? Platinum cards.
Yeah.
So they was like, oh, well, this nigga's a baller. Let me get this nigga a card. So I'll be walking around with like $200 to spend on like a card that has a $10,000 limit. Like I can buy a house right now, dog, on the John. I can't pay for it till Monday, but I got the John for a weekend, y'all. Damn. Like I was, and I used to be so proud of it. I was like, these dudes are trying to trap me, and I got away from them after that. Like, no, I'm done with credit cards now. I don't even play with them.
Yeah.
No more and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's just a trick. All right.
Yep.
So that's that.
Any
video game stuff?
Huh? What's that?
Any other video game report stuff?
Oh well, the video games. Yeah, like I said, me and the boy, we
Oh yeah, we can see if I can see the one on the Facebook. You said it's on your Facebook page?
It's on my Facebook page. I had it pinned at the top, but I just let it go. It's probably halfway down at the bottom now.
Oh, you must be one of them psycho posters.
Well, I changed the subject. Like, I figured I'd do it again tomorrow, and then the subject was, I ain't getting into the argument. I don't argue with people no more. But
no need on there. Fuck that arguing shit. This is a waste of time.
Well, the lady she shared that same. It's funny how they share that same one where the African American household is at the very bottom, and everybody just automatically going, it's a lie, instead of understanding, the truth behind it.
Wait, is this hip hop and song pop party show?
No. That's something different. That's on my YouTube page.
Did you post it before or after that?
It might be underneath that. That's new.
I got
Yeah, that was just to try to get another subscriber on my YouTube page.
The colored picture.
A little further down.
Hip hop culture with the link. You know, let me put it up on the screen so you can see it too while I'm scrolling. I'll make it big so you can see it on your thing. Let's over here. Bing. Culture words. KRS-One song performance. List of something for Egypt. Hey, you be posting your ass off.
There it is. You just passed it.
There it is. Let's check it out.
How did Bomberman get started? Bomberman, like, when I said Rayman's a forgotten character, but like.
There we go. Let's back it up. Which one are you, the left or the right?
Yeah, I'm on the left. I'm Mario, Tanuki Mario.
Ooh, Lord, I got a key right quick.
So, but I use my front camera. I know to use my rear camera next time. That way it come in clear. And you know, Mario Kart's that shot. Classic game. When I first you can hear me complaining. When I first got my Nintendo Wii U, it came with Mario Kart, but my son was only 6 when I first got that game, so he really wasn't into it. Now he's better than me on the Switch. As you can see, I'm 4th. And I'm getting myself some tea to drink.
Man, I just saw a ton of fireworks on.
Oh, man, rock. Race going in.
All right, we live. You want to? I did this.
That was the race.
I don't know what. Let me see if it's doing it.
Let's see. Check another race out. Check another race out.
Now, right?
Let's check another race out.
Back in this.
Where's the next race? Next race.
Trying to see if. Yes, I'm about to try.
I'm gonna go with.
I'm always. I like Tanuki Mario. Now, anybody knows the Tanuki? We're talking about Tom Nook. Now, that's a whole nother game. That's Animal Crossing. And Tom Nook isn't really looked highly upon because he about making them bells, which is that cash in on the islands of Animal Crossing. So we'll talk more about that later on too as we introduce y'all to more gaming.
Hey yo, quick
what's
question. I thought Tom Nook was like always a raccoon. Or, like,
Yeah,
that's the name.
But like it would make sense if it was like part of that like breed line.
Yeah,
race.
They boom in Japan.
A race.
15.
Race.
Grab the edit on.
Race. Oh wait, there we go.
Okay.
Like picking their little mods.
This
This looks good.
That's what we're doing.
very first race.
Nice start background.
Okay, you don't want to do the listening one?
DLC one?
Yeah, I use my my rear cam, my front camera. I'm gonna use my rear camera.
Yeah, that way.
So that's why I think it's mirrored.
Ah.
I don't know. And it's a little blurry, you know. Very first cup.
All right.
This is this mushroom cup.
The mushroom cup, baby.
And that's good for like I said, I don't know if the copyright things are, you know what I mean?
It feels weird
So I think it's good that it's split off. You know what I mean? To help the copyright.
7 games ago, it was like a green field, and that's like an entire stadium. All right, here we go. Okay, this does feel a lot faster.
Yeah, we in trouble.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart's my shot. Like I was saying when you left, when I first bought the Wii U,
Yeah.
it came with Mario Kart 8 on it. So I had this game when he was a baby. He might have been 6 or and he didn't really he ain't play. We played Mario 3 World together.
Yeah.
So this was my game back then, and now I just recently bought it for the Switch. And he plays it more than me now, and he be busting my butt on it. You see him in first place right now.
Yeah, once you get your map game down, you get your swag down, you know where everything's you're looking for.
That blue was so fast.
That was always my problem when I first played. I was like, damn, I don't know the maps enough, and I'm not good at looking at the map while I drive. So you either got to memorize the map or be good at looking at the map, and there's so much action.
Ooh, I got lucky in that hit.
Oh, so you in first right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm showing off. I started smack talking and everything.
Oh, he back at you though, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all going at it.
Come on.
This one.
Ha
I was feeling myself. That's my problem.
So you almost had him, huh?
Yeah, I started feeling myself.
I started talking smack.
Yeah, right, yeah, I'm talking about jazz.
Oh, who shot?
Man, no, Luigi better not win. We can now let Wild.
Why does it switch to the hover thing? Just cause?
Was that?
A bomb.
I noticed the wheel switch from wheels to hover.
Yeah, because you're actually going up and down a wall.
My bad.
Oh shit!
Oh,
And
man,
then
it missed him! It missed him! No!
So if you look at the track actually the track does a 90-degree vertical
Why
on the
did
track.
you miss him?
Oh shit!
Why did you miss Luigi?
All right, so it might be a little while before we get to 200
Oh, nice.
cc's.
Another race in here.
Wow, this is the first track.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm truck. Hey, quick off the gate. How fast he is? He's already accelerating.
I can catch up with him.
Who's the guy y'all racing
You
with?
can really tell I'm Sonic.
Woo Luigi.
We're gonna be doing some more Sonic stuff on this.
Okay, that's coming soon too, right?
Yeah, we got Sonic.
Is it on like a certain level or whatever?
We're gonna have a lot of
Yeah, we on 150
CCs, whatever.
so it's a way faster race now. So this is this is level 2.
I do admit that.
Okay.
This is a little-
Level 1 would be 200 cc's,
Okay.
Oh, come on!
which is ridiculous. It's like extra hard,
No,
I can only imagine, man. Like, yo, this is so. Like, there's so much going on, and man, you have to have this shit down pat.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
bro.
like, I can't be going fast with it like that.
I'm so mad I got it.
Oh, come on.
Man, you way in the back of this joint. Yeah, this is just how I be in the joint. I be fighting for last. Like, I'm gonna beat last place. I'm getting fifth.
Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Oh.
And he just riding. Young boy just riding on you.
I might come in 10th. Oh jeez.
Young boy just riding on you.
I had 3 perfect.
All right, we gonna stop embarrassing Volo. His son is smashing.
Yeah.
It's not good for his pride, man. It's not good.
Yeah.
For his
Yeah, I came in 4th overall. I did pretty good. I came in 4th. Boone came in 2nd. Waluigi won it all. So we got beef with Waluigi.
Oh shoot! So he didn't know he beef in the streets with Luigi. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Did they come out with a part 2 to that movie yet?
What movie?
Mario Brothers.
Nah. We waiting for that. I think the next one we plotting on is Kung Fu Panda 3.
Ooh, that's
But him and his mom might go watch this Freddy's, something that Freddy's or whatever is
Five Nights at Freddy's. I went to see that last night. My homeboy, actually, shout out to Joseph Poquin, who was actually in the opening trailer for that movie, and in the movie. But I was so drunk last night that I got all my food, sat down, started fucking it up. The movie's kind of starting, it was kind of talking. Then once I ate all the food, I had the whole theater to myself. So it wasn't just like the normal theater, it was like the super big premiere theater with like 500 seats. It was huge. And dog, I had the whole place to myself. So I put the next 3 seats down of me, put the arms up, laid out, and started watching, man. 5 minutes later, next thing I know, it was the middle of the movie. Next thing I know, it was the end of the movie. So I got to go see that again. But it's supposed to be scary. And I seen it had the stuffed dolls, and I guess it's like on some Chucky kind of stuff and whatnot. But yeah, my homeboy's in it. So I really want to see it for that too. But I fell asleep drunk. So it was good. It was really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, they supposed to go see that, I guess.
That's at Halloween. Ooh, horror, scary movies. Ooh, nightmares.
Yeah.
All right. I'm still having nightmares from Gremlins. It's a bad move, Jack. Bad move. Bad move, man. That set me fucked up for years. Years. My recurring dream from Gremlins was the bar scene. I'd be dreaming, and then I would wake up in the dream, and I would always be in one of the seats at the bar while everything, you know how they was wilding in the bar and shit, just turn it up and shit. And at the end of the dream, every single time I look around the bar, and then I look down at my waist, and I look down at my feet, and there's a gremlin on each foot chewing my feet. And I wake up every time. Did I tell you about the dream when you and Courtney was turned into like a lizard and a lion?
Nah.
Oh, okay. So this was in the era of my Gremlins dreams, because Gremlins was really fucking my sister. So this one dream I had. Now, all my dreams I have, for some reason, always seem to somewhat start or end at my mom's house that I grew up in. It's always 95% of my dreams, no matter how crazy they get. Somehow, I mean, I've had dreams about alien spaceships taking over the world, and it began in my mom's house with this African lady with a snake walking through that was like magical. It was weird. Anyway, and nobody's home. But this particular one, so I'm in the house, and I don't know what it was. Like I had went outside, or like I was in the house, and like y'all bust through like the door and the wall, and Courtney was like a lizard that was like jumping around like woo, 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 and you were a giant lion with big spikes on your hands and feet. So when you ran, the spikes were sticking to the ground. You know what I mean? But you was like running straight up, and you was running, and he was back, and I'm like running from y'all out into that middle part grass where we have our little stuff at my house, and I started running to the back, and then I fall, and then you come up over me with the spike, and you're about to step it into my stomach, and I wake up right there. And this is all before I did drugs. I'm like, shit, I was on that good shit when I was sober, nigga. I'm like, can I get a bag of that sober, nigga?
And then now I'm thinking, I think I do remember you telling me that dream. And Courtney turned into a lizard.
Oh yeah. Courtney was the lizard, like bouncing all around, just tripping. He wasn't like threatening, but it was scary because he was a lizard. He was like, he's like that. Who was the guy? He was like Nightcrawler and shit. He was doing some Nightcrawler shit, but instead it was like a green lizard with a long tail and shit, but on some Nightcrawler shit, just hopping all around and shit, like on the walls and bouncing all around and doing all these flips and stuff. And he was kind of like, you was like your sidekick, because you was like, oh, and I'm just running my ass off. Oh, fuck Gremlins, man. That shit fucked my head up for like at least a good 6 years, man. That's all kind of dreams.
Mine is Wayne. We watched Star Wars, and Wayne was snoring. It sounded like Darth Vader and shit.
That's funny. He's like, Black was Vader and shit.
Yeah. I'm waking up and stop snoring.
Crazy.
I know.
All right. That's what it is. I don't know. Any other video game stuff?
Well, Zelda. I'm taking my time with. What's this other game? We picked up a game that's for free right now. Cult of the Lamb is some kind of double game.
Oh shit.
The
Oh
Devil is a
shit.
Lamb or something like that. But it's
Oh,
free for 2 more days on. Excuse me. It's free for 2 months or for 2 more days for Nintendo Online subscribers.
Oh, Cult of the Lamb. Okay, I seen a video of that where it was like a cartoon with the big heads, right?
Yes, yeah, they got big. Yeah. It looks like those. What are those dolls called? With the big heads. I can't even think of the name of them right now. But that's what it looks like. Yeah. But it,
I'm gonna watch it. Let's watch the trailer for it right here.
Oh, okay.
Let me just get it up right here. Fair use. Shout out to GameSpot. And save. GameSpot fair use. Share this business. Let's check it out. Cult of the Lamb trailer. Oh, shout out to StreamYards with the commercial. Subscribe, like. I'm a team player. Skip ads, make big. See what we got. Hey, load up! Oh, they got like a fun part too.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit wild. Wow. This shit is wild. Okay. So first, I just want to say, what the fuck? So is that like a Little Nicky Hellboy kind of spin or something?
Yeah. It's it's an action.
So you like the evil guy that's like a good guy fighting the other evil guys or something?
So Spawn, Tana, but you're a lamb. Yeah. I guess you could describe it as that.
Yeah, Spawn, like that's another good concept where it's like you're the bad guy by creation, but your purpose is like good in perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
It's on sale for $14.99. It's normally $24.99.
Right, crazy, talking crazy. Like, Mom, there is no real difference between good and evil. It's just for the good. What the fuck? You're 6. What are you talking about, nigga? Like, I just didn't even figure that out yet. You put me on the game, nigga. What's happening?
Yeah.
That game right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and write a couple letters about that one.
Cult of the Lamb.
Oh, man, it looked dope. I ain't gonna front. It looked dope. And it's got all these little cute outer segments too, I guess. So there's like a worker aspect to it because I see him chopping down the trees and stuff.
I haven't played this. I think Miss Boone played it more than me. I've been playing Zelda more so.
What's going on with that?
I just logged in, and I forgot where I left off at. I'm about to die.
Nice. Nice. Can we do the words of the day?
Oh yeah. Ziggy, what's the word of the day?
Okay, here is the word of the day from the SAT Word of the Day skill. Today's SAT prep word of the day is bolster. It means support or strengthen something. It's spelled BOLSTER. Here's how you use bolster in a sentence. In an effort to bolster profits, the CEO asked everyone to work overtime. If you're enjoying your SAT word of the day, check out our Spanish word of the day skill. Just ask Alexa to open Spanish word of the day to start learning.
Excellent. Bolster. That's a good word. Bolster. BOLSTER, which means to give support or gain. I shall use it in a sentence. In an effort to survive my ex-girlfriend, I had to bolster my muscles so she didn't smother me to death with her large, heavy weight. Bolster. I'm good. What is the slang? What do we got? Slang word? No, let's go Spanish word of the day. We'll save that slang insult for later.
Ziggy, enables Spanish word of the day.
Okay, here's Spanish word of the day.
Today's Spanish word of the day is country. To say country in Spanish, say país. Here it is again, país. Here's how you use it in a sentence. To say, what country should we travel to next, say,
¿Qué país deberíamos visitar ahora?
Let's listen to that a little faster.
¿Qué país deberíamos visitar ahora?
If you're enjoying your Spanish word of the day, check out your dictionary's high-scoring Scrabble and Words with Friends word of the day skill. Just ask Alexa to open Scrabble word of the day for help beating your word game competition.
All right. So there we go. País. I guess that's P-I-A-I-E-Z-E. País, which means country. I will use país in a sentence. KS País. All right, that's my sentence. That's about as good as it's going to get. So what's going on with the slang word of the day?
And Ziggy, enable slang word of the day.
Okay, here's slang word of the day.
Today's slang word of the day is I'm weak. It means that was funny. Here's how you use weak in a sentence. This YouTube video is making me weak. If you're enjoying your slang word of the day.
Stop.
All right. I give her a little bit of pass. That is a classic Caucasoid slang term, which they did pick up from old school hip hop when we used to talk about somebody's lyrics or skills. Yeah, they do weak, man. They weak sauce, bro. This, that, and the third, you whack. But they used to be whack, and it went to from whack to weak because I think whack sounded too much like black, so they wanted to make it weak. But I will use weak in a sentence. The way that Americans vote is mad weak. Weak. That's my sentence. But that was good. She did a good job there. All right. So those are our words of the day. And Volo is getting ran over in Zelda. As we speak, let's look what's going on with tech news stories of the day here. Let's see what we got. All right. What is going on? What is to expect from Apple's Scary Fast event? What does that even mean? Let's see what this means. Apple is set to host its second product event of the season, a month after introducing its iPhone 15 lineup. The event, which is online only, will kick off Monday at 8 p.m. To 5 p.m. Pacific time, or at 5 p.m. Pacific time. An unusually late start time for Apple keynotes. Some analysts said the decision to hold the evening event may underline the fact that it is likely this won't be one of Apple's bigger announcements this year. The event's tagline, Scary Fast, is an apparent nod to the unlikely unveiling of the next generation Silicon chip M3, as well as Halloween. The company is expected to show off the iMac computers boasting the new powerful chipset in a move that should boost Mac sales. Mac sales have been down this year amid weaker demand, excess inventory, and a worsening macroeconomic climate. Thank you, Joe Biden. Over the past several years, the progression of the Apple Silicon, the company has made the custom silicon chip emerge significant storyline for Apple, blah, 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 blah. Huge endorsement chip. Okay, so they're introducing this new thing called the M3, which is some super fast dope processor chip, which means we have to buy new phones now because our websites won't work on our phones and computers after this is and everything. Good. So the military finally let us use the drone strike chip. So there we go. So that's a pretty cool story. What else is going on in the news? Let's see here. EU asked Meta for more details in an effort to stop illegal and inaccurate content on the Israel and Hamas war. I mean, it is what it is, man. I ain't got no effort for that. I'm so tired of that right now. Like, whatever. Like, people getting blown up for no reason. Ridiculous. Hamas social media following has skyrocketed since the attack. America's powerless to stop it. So that's interesting. That's what's crazy about the internet. The veil has been lifted, so now you get to see everybody's perspective, whether you like it or not. So Hamas apparently has a social media, and they're blowing the fuck up. That is hilarious. 200,000 followers. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. I love it just in general. Just the concept that people was like, yo, let me see what these niggas got to say too. I'm sick of hearing what everybody. Let me see. Let me do some cross-referencing. Nokia says it will cut up to 1,400 jobs. I forget that Nokia even exists. I used to think of them as the phone company. I forget they do other stuff. Let's see what they're going to say. Let's see what CNN Business has to say about this. Nokia cutting 1,400 jobs. Again, not only with the economy, between AI and robots and computers, they probably got other cats to do the damn thing for them. Let me bring this up here for fair use. Give CNN its respect. Give them prickety props in the streets. Bam. God, it's cutting into me. I'm about to unbuckle my belt like a fat old lady. Woo! Much better. All right, there we go. And bam. Okay. Oh, bless you. Try it again. Okay. So the video's not playing. All right. For some stupid reason, I have no energy for that. All right. So Nokia says they'll slash up to 1,400 jobs in a major cost-cutting drive to address a weaker market environment. It said in a statement on Thursday. The Finnish telecom giant, a major provider of 5G equipment that employs 86,000 people, recently announced, so that's like a fifth of their force they're firing, announced that the move is a part of a wider restructuring that will lower its headcount to between 72 and 77,000. This move will help the company reduce staffing expenses by 10 to 15%, and at least $421 million in 2024 alone. Now, I haven't checked how much the CEO of this company makes, right? But I bet you it makes anywhere between 20 million and 200 million. Don't let him be one of the highest paid CEOs where it's like 120 million. That means him and a couple other motherfuckers could have took a pay cut and they could have kept all these jobs. Instead, they want that 420. And your ass is online, nigga. That's cold, boy. Cold. Anyway, they said reductions in expenses trim Nokia's cost by up to 1.2 billion, nearly 1.3 billion cumulatively by the end of 2026. Nokia and OK said it would act quickly to make these changes. Most difficult businesses to make one impact our people. Y'all don't give a fuck. I'm not even reading the rest of that bullshit. Yeah, these fucking motherfuckers.
Like I started, we trying to get them to, understand the mean and the median.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even including the mode.
Right? Disrespect. That's what they need to include, some disrespect, man. Stay with it, man. I tell you. It's really difficult to make these decisions, even though we make them with the stroke of a pen and a whim. Because if anybody that has a job and you've been at your job for a while and you're like part of the corporate structure where they try to keep a lot of the communication open, but that's one of the things about corporate structure jobs. They want to make sure that everybody's aware of what's going on. So every 3 to 6 months, almost quarterly, there's always so we're getting rid of our entire sales department. This is a tough decision to make. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. All the time. But it is what it is, man. Whatever, right? Anyway, let's see what other kind of stories. It says Apple continues its sweet rollout to the USB-C to more devices. Do you like the fact that they're using these USB-Cs, the big round one now? I guess that's this one right here.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Apple's rolling out the USB-Cs, the big round one, to all the devices now. Are you liking that or what?
Yeah, that doesn't matter. That don't matter.
Isn't that what everybody else uses too? Isn't that what Android uses?
Yeah. Everybody uses the same one now.
So I guess they're like, fuck, yo. Even you saying that out loud made me nervous.
What's that?
Everybody using the same one now, huh?
Yeah.
Oh shit, they about to start. No shit.
The USB-C or whatever, yeah.
Right.
What makes New York, New York?
Hear what they got to say about this USB-C thing. It seems pretty cool. Commercial about the Jet Center.
By generating and storing its own power
commercial. I like
and using innovative microgrid technology, we are showing that a clean energy future is possible. And if we can do it here, we can do it anywhere.
It's Apple season, and that means new iPhones. You may be wondering if you should upgrade. Here are 3 things you should keep in mind. First up, charging. For the first time in 11 years, Apple has changed its charging system. If you're an iPhone user, this is the Lightning charger that you've already been using, but now you'll be switching to USB-C. And if you've seen this before, it's because so many companies have been using this for years. So packing your bag just got that much easier. You can throw one charger in because this charger will also charge tablets, digital cameras, computers, so many different devices, and you don't have to rummage to find the right one for your iPhone. Next up is the action button. Apple has switched out its existing ringtone silencer for a new button, one that once you press it, it can do pretty much anything you want it to do. On the iPhone 14 and earlier, it's a button that lets you turn the volume on and off. Yeah. And here, it's an actual physical button that you push. You can program it to launch your camera, your flashlight, or use it as a shortcut for any app. I have programmed mine to open Instagram. The weather would be a good one too. It is interesting to note that Apple has decided to just make the button do one thing, considering it's all about customization and multitasking. So I wonder if in future iterations, you'll be able to do more than just one thing. Another thing to keep in mind is if you are addicted to certain things like Instagram, having a button to call it up at your beck and call is certainly not going to help the problem. Number 3, talk about Apple's new titanium casing. Apple says the casing is lighter and more durable, and it's used from the same material you'll find on a spacecraft or the Mars rover. This is my old iPhone 14. The iPhone 15 Pro is definitely lighter, but it's not extremely noticeably different. These aren't the only new features, but they are 3 of the biggest. If you are in the market for a new iPhone, this is actually a really good lineup to consider, especially because of the charging system. Again, the Lightning port is going away, so it's only a matter of time before everyone is using USB-C.
That was pretty cool. All right, so there we go. So your opinions. Oh, you might be.
No, I'm hold on. Yeah, I just got the 14 Pro, so I'm good with the 15. They keep sending me a thing to upgrade. It's like, no, Apple, I'm going to pay off this phone, and then I'm gonna get my iPad next, and I'm doing it the right way.
Yeah, that's what they want. They want to get you in there. They're gonna get you.
Are they trying to?
Right.
But it ain't. It's wasting my time. Upgrading beyond, and I haven't even. I'm still like 850 gigabytes available on this phone.
Jesus Christ!
It comes with a terabyte, so it's like
Well,
You know,
I
and I
need to
got
use all that first before I trade it in, at least, right?
let me get the 500
Right.
gigabytes.
Let's see what this is. I see another one. And this story I just saw, it looks like right up our alley. Let's see. It says New York City unveils an artificial intelligence action plan. Ooh. This dude is all over the place. He got the immigrant thing. He got the artificial intelligence action plan. Oh, they got the rat action plan. What is that for actual rats, like the actual mice and whatnot? Anyway, the same New York City administration launched a rat action plan. I think it's about the rats, and an artificial intelligence plan. Mayor Eric Adams on Monday unveiled the citywide AI action plan that pledged, in broad brushstrokes, to evaluate the AI tools and associated risks, boost AI skills among city employees to support the responsible implementation of these technologies to improve the quality of life for New Yorkers. What he told you, it just began. That's what he told you. All right. According to the statement from the mayor's office, 51-page AI action plan establishes a series of steps the city will take in the coming years to better understand and responsibly implement the technology that has taken the tech sector and brought our business world by storm in the recent months. While the government use of automated technologies is often courted controversy, New York City's approach to AI so far seems to be focused on laying a framework for future AI use cases, as well as engaging in outside experts and the public. The first step listed on the city's AI action plan is AI Steering Committee and the city agency of stakeholders. This document goes into a list of nearly 40 actions, 29 of those set to be started or completed within the next year. The city said it will publish annual AI progress report to communicate the city's updates and implementation of said plan. Blah, 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 government citywide, AI-powered chatbot for the, what? Piloting the first citywide AI-powered chatbot to help business owners navigate operating and growing business. So I guess that's cool. So it's going to tell people what they need to do and how they can grow their business, I guess. The AI chatbot already available in beta in the New York City website. It was trained on the information with more than 2,000 New York business web pages. Damn. So, you know how you got web page advisors and business advisors and consultants who do this now? That AI computer is going to be the consultant. Now, if anybody doesn't know, consultant jobs, if you get a full time, we can pay you on there from $70 to $100,000 a year. With this chatbot, once it gets so good, there will no longer be a need for. Now, I will say, this is the curse of AI. This is how they get us, Volo. If they make this, it saves business people, customers, a bunch of money because nobody has to pay for a consultant now. But now there's no more consultant jobs. So, of course, the people are going to be for it, not realizing that there will be no more consultant jobs for this type of business. What do you think about that?
I'm having the same issue explaining paying tolls.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I go across the bridge every day, and you know I see the same toll, you know, people are the same every day.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, but the move is so that everybody, you know, gets that easy pass and take away those jobs right there. That's
Oh yeah.
For
The
people
more
8
easy
hours a
passes you
day,
get,
I
the less
guess.
people you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it was getting so light. I remember my favorite thing to do when I drove on the highway was look for the cash line because it was always the shortest.
Yeah.
Like always the shortest, a cash line. It was weird. I was like, damn, everybody got this easy pass or whatever else. Or people are like, man, they're like, no, I just want to throw my coins in the basket and hope I get lucky. Like, oh shit, I dropped one. Fuck. That's the good old days. Making sure you throw your money into the machine. Like, oh shit, it went in there. Have to ball it up. Oh shit, that's just classic. The good old days.
Those are the jobs, you know. And then we're going to complain about, you know,
Yeah.
And customer service.
Yeah. Yeah, just like that scary fast. Once you get that scary fast new M3 thing, you get the AI with it, man. But yet they say most. That's this light. I was like, my shit's blinking. I thought my power was fucking up. This is fucking stupid. Light acting dumb. It's like ass fuck. Okay, light, you're great ass. Never mind. Fuck you, light. Whatever. Fuck you, light. I'm looking around. I thought the lights were blinking all over the house. I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? I thought the whole shit was going down. All right, what else we got? Government wants to boost EV sales. It's challenging. Now, this is one of those things that when I'm president, I'm going to do this too. I mean, put it like this. I like old cars with a carburetor. I think those should be maintained because if we ever have an EMP or anything bad goes, those are the cars that's going to work. But I don't like these new cars that run off of gas that have a computer too. It's like we're double dipping and whatnot because a computer breaks down, your entire car stops working. It doesn't matter if the car works or not. That's stupid to me. So if we're going to have a total breakdown computer car, it should be electronic. Electricity is pretty much eternal and free. We can get it from the sun. We can get it from water. We can get it from the wind. It's not like, and it should be stations all over the place. You can plug your shit in anywhere you go. And it should be the same with the scooters. Scooters, it should be nothing but electric scooters and electric cars everywhere around the city. But that's just that. But of course, I'm sure there's some issue with the batteries and making them, and some kid in Uganda getting paid $3 a year. Let's see what this little story is about right here. Let's see what this guy's got to say about this.
The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is floating the idea of stricter emissions regulations. If implemented, electric vehicles could make up the majority of new car sales in the next decade. CNN's Bill Weir has more now from New York.
If this announcement is delivered as reported, it would be the most ambitious environmental regulation, perhaps in American history, and would have to completely reimagine the U.S. auto industry. Right now, electric vehicles make up less than 6% of U.S. sales. The ambition here is to get it to 66% in less than a decade, starting with increasingly stringent pollution regulations on the 2027 model year and then ramping up to 2032. The state of California has already voted to ban the sale of new gasoline cars in 2035. Europe, Canada, the UK will probably match that, and this might attach U.S. federal ambitions to California's usually more progressive environmental laws. But this would demand an entire reimagining of auto assembly lines and charging stations and smart grids and power supplies. Right now, Tony Blinken, the State Department, has forged deals recently with countries like the Congo and Zambia, where cobalt is mined and needed for these new vehicles.
Remember I said that about the
amount
kids?
of copper that needs to be mined to meet these goals is astronomical compared to that of human history. So a lot of comment to happen before the EPA enacts any of these rules, probably a lot of pushback from industry groups as well. But it looks like the Biden administration is planting the flag to go all electric as soon as possible. Bill Weir, CNN New York.
Now, I want to talk shit, but I can't. These son of a bitches stole my fucking idea. Okay? I had a plan for my little bullshit presidential campaign that I love. And guys, vote for me, Carl Anthony for president, 2024 and forever. I'm going to be running until I'm 100. But I had a plan that's called Make America Green Again. And the concept was that I was going to cut back on all the wars and stuff like that, and then use the money I see my internet acting crazy. I'm going to close this page. Okay, good. And use the money to then turn around and spend it on an infrastructure project to do exactly this. But not only spend the money to like rebuild and do all the things, change the guidelines, but also I would use the money to train Americans how to build all these goddamn chargers. Because somebody's got to build all these charging stations. Somebody's got to maintain them. Somebody got to maintain the roads. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of more automated cars. So we're going to have to redo roads with sensors. So automated cars going to be getting, and it seems like a bad thing at first because we're going to be automating the entire country. But the concept is if we train the entire country to make that our new American business is making America run like a well-oiled automated machine. So our jobs is just to make sure we keep them clean. There's going to be cleaning crews who are going to have to clean solar panels that get dusty. You know what I mean? There's going to have to be people to maintain the rocks and storms. And somebody's got to do this. And God, don't let them make robots to do this too, right? And whatnot. Jesus, make robots to do the cleaning too. But this is kind of my idea, so I kind of like it. But when he said that thing, you heard him say the thing about Zambia and all that stuff, right? Yeah. What he was telling you, what he's saying is, yeah, we're going to be making a bunch of kids that are like 10 years old work for 5 cents a day, and a lot of them are going to pass on just for the sole purpose. And that's what you're going to hear from the tree huggers and other people. They're going, yeah, we like it, but you know how many kids in Zambia are going to die digging this cobalt? Because that's the stuff we use for the phones and the batteries and stuff. Because again, Africa has all the resources, and everybody just sucks the resources out of Africa and pay the people nothing as they do it. And we are part of that. God bless America. But it is my idea, so I guess I can put a couple of Zambian kids on me, huh? All right, Joe. It's a good steal, Joe. I'm not pissed about it. All right, I'll come back to the story. You know what I mean? I figure we started the apocalypse.
It's funny,
Right.
How they forcing us to do it though,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm just looking up Frank Lloyd Wright, our tech order of the week. I swear we did them already, but fuck it. See if I can find a short one.
You sure we did them already?
I don't know, maybe. I just seen it was highlighted. I think I might have did them for something else.
Is he from Philly or something?
I don't think so. He might be. I don't know. So the rest of these are pretty long. I'm trying to see if they got a short documentary. Let me go bio. Oh. 23 minutes. 11 minutes. I think we're gonna go. Oh, we got here. A little educational video. I think this might be it right here. Let me see. All right, we're gonna try this one. It says it's an educational video, so this must be one somebody used for kids at a school. So if the kids good enough, let's see what the kids are learning. Right? Here we go. Bam. Boom. Good. Check out our tech photo, Mr. Frank Lloyd Wright. This one goes to
Successful immigrant businesswoman.
the Sundance Film Festival. Let's see what we got.
Oh, wow. My Frank Lloyd Wright project is due in like 2 days, and I have to figure out a way to show how awesome he was. It has to be cool and creative and interesting and different.
What the fuck is this? I gotta watch it now. I'm sold. Like he bullshit. What the hell? Okay.
Hi, Matt. I'm Dee Dee, and I'm with the Wright team.
Pack of pancakes. What's going on?
Welcome to Taliesin West, the winter home of Frank Lloyd Wright. You have questions, we have answers. So, let's just start with who is Frank Lloyd Wright?
Okay, good.
Frank Lloyd Wright is considered America's most famous architect. An architect is someone who designs buildings. Wright created more than 1,000 designs. He spent a lot of time on a farm, so he learned to love nature. Wright spent hours looking at trees, plants, and even spider webs. He used these observations when creating his designs. Wright called his style of architecture organic architecture. It means that the building and natural environment are one. Got that? Organic architecture.
I feel like I'm stupid. I got it.
Frank Lloyd Wright came to Arizona in 1927. He loved it so much that he later decided to build a home here. He called it Taliesin West. The original Taliesin is in Wisconsin, and in case you were wondering, Taliesin is a Welsh word that means shining brow. But back to Taliesin West. Wright wanted all of his homes to blend in with the surrounding area, and Taliesin West was no different. He was inspired by the Sonoran Desert, and you can see that inspiration come to life everywhere here. Check this out, Matt. You can see how the lines of the roof here at Taliesin West mimic the shape of the mountains. When you go inside Taliesin West, you can see how Wright used the natural environment, like in the drafting studio. That's where some architects design and plan their buildings. When Wright first designed the buildings, there was no glass, so it felt like you were really outside. Talk about bringing nature inside. After all, you can't plant a tree in the middle of a room. There are also fabric panels in the ceiling to let even more light in. Wright also loved to use geometric shapes in some of his designs. Triangles, circles, and squares were some of his favorites. As we walk around, see how many shapes you can spot. There's a circle, and over here a triangle. There's another triangle, and here is a square. Can you see them, Matt? There are shapes all around you, and when you repeat those shapes, like Wright does here, it's called a pattern.
Hold on, so don't talk to me like I can't read.
Wright loved patterns, and nature is filled with them. So that's a little about Frank Lloyd Wright's Taliesin West, but there's so much more here to show you.
Yeah, Frank Lloyd Wright. So was that the quickie?
That was a good quickie.
Why is it easier to search the entire internet than your own
I
stuff?
call that a quickie. I'm going to bring up his thingy. I don't know. That wasn't exactly what I wanted. Let me see this other one. Let me see what this guy says.
This gas station was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. So was this windmill and this chair. But you don't become America's most famous architect by designing these things. You do so by creating homes, churches, synagogues, office buildings, hotels, and museums like the world has never seen.
Frank Lloyd Wright was a genius, and he would tell you so himself. In this video, we'll get into why this is true and what makes him such a celebrated architect. We'll be focusing on the details of his home designs, but we'll also take a look at the man himself and his rather legendary life.
Let's begin with his backstory. Frank Lloyd Wright was born in Wisconsin to a charismatic father and an overprotective and, by some accounts, downright mean mother. But she loved him, and she prophesied that he was to be a builder of beautiful buildings. She famously gave Frank a set of Froebel blocks. They had a big influence on him. He said that the blocks continued to be in his fingers his entire life.
Check them out. They're kind of cool. I have sets 3 and 4 here. The shapes are super simple, but you can do so much with them.
Fast forward. After studying at the University of Wisconsin, Wright went to Chicago in search of work. It was at Adler and Sullivan that he found his master to apprentice under, Louis Sullivan, father of the skyscraper. He also coined the term form follows function. He was a pretty big deal, and Wright knew it. Wright said he became a good pencil in the master's hand. But Wright saw himself as a genius, even at this young age, and he never felt like he was getting paid enough.
There are a couple fun stories that happened around this time. First, when Wright got married, he convinced Sullivan to pay for a plot of land and lend him money to build a house.
This is when Wright built his famous Oak Park home. He designed it when he was just 22 years old. It was very much inspired by the arts and crafts movement, which revered craftsmanship. One detail I like is this Romanesque fireplace. Fireplaces are important in all Wright's homes, but what's special about this one is the motto written above. Truth is life. Good friend, around these hearthstones speak no evil word of any creature. This large room with its barrel vaulted ceiling was a playroom for his 6 children. Check out the large skylight and storybook mural, which helped make the room more playful. Wright experimented with this house over many years. Maybe unsurprisingly, the studio portion grew to become much larger than the house itself.
The other cool story, Wright built a bunch of bootleg homes during this time.
While still under contract with Adler and Sullivan, he went out and got his own clients. This allowed him to gain more real experience, but was very much a breach of his contract. And when his bosses found out, he was promptly fired. So Wright is now on his own. He gets an office in Chicago and quickly gains a reputation. At this point, he's mostly designing homes, and here are a couple great examples. The Hertley House. I'm in love with this house. First thing you probably notice, it is very long, very horizontal. This is a key attribute of the prairie style in which Wright is famous for. The prairie style is uniquely American. The homes are meant to echo the flat Midwestern prairie. Note the repeated horizontals, the very low pitched roof, these extended broad eaves. The entryway is hidden. It's behind this parapet. And check out these enormous flower pots. You'll see these in many of his homes. Next, here is the Roby House. It's considered by many to be the quintessential prairie home. Again, check out all the horizontals. And these eaves are extremely overhung. Another important aspect of the prairie home is ornate craftsmanship. The woodworking, the light fixtures, the stained glass windows. My favorite thing about this particular house are all these repeating glass doors.
Okay, it's not a house, but we have to briefly mention Unity Temple.
It's one of his most important buildings from this era and considered to be the first modern building in the world. When completed in 1908, it was not very well received, but Wright, of course, was ahead of his time.
Before taking a look at the next house, we have to discuss some family drama.
Wright was having an affair with a client's wife, Mama Borthwick Cheney. They fell pretty deeply in love, and in 1909 they abandoned their families and moved to Europe. It was scandalous. When they returned a year later, they didn't want to stay in Oak Park. Instead, they moved to Wisconsin and built Taliesin.
To me, this is the most significant home Wright ever builds. It was his home for decades, and the events that unfolded there, the good and the bad, would shape his life forever.
Taliesin is a house built not on a hill, but of the hill. It is very much in prairie style. The house was built using local materials, seeking fellowship with surroundings. The interior of the house is pretty stunning. It's been referred to as one of the greatest domestic spaces in America. Here's the studio in which he would design some of his most famous buildings.
In 1914, an unthinkable tragedy happened.
Wright was in Chicago, working on the Midway Gardens. Mama, her children, and others on Wright's staff were at Taliesin. On a seemingly regular day at lunchtime, a disgruntled worker, hired by Wright to be the chef, grabbed a hatchet and brutally murdered Mama and her 2 children. He then set the house on fire, continued his attack, and killed 4 more.
Okay, pause.
I can't imagine the heartbreak. It was only work.
Polo.
Yeah.
That was way back in 1914.
And he used a hatchet?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's passed out. And I was just thinking, this shit is still happening today.
Yeah.
Like, what would make him? That's crazy. And back then, we just called him crazy. I mean, we had mental issues.
Yeah, you try to figure it out now.
He said, in action, there is release from anguish of mind. And he rebuilt Taliesin greater than before.
Step into Wick Studio,
1914.
where creative freedom meets absolute efficiency.
One project that helped distract Wright around this time was his largest commission to date, the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo. The hotel famously survived an earthquake in 1923, and his client thanked him for his genius design.
Next, let's head to California to check out some very different looking houses.
This is the Great Hollyhock House. The theme here has been called Mayan Revival. You can see some similarities comparing it to temples in Palenque, an old Mayan city in southern Mexico. The house is built around a central courtyard, opening up into a little amphitheater and fountain. What's with the name? His client loved the hollyhock flower. Wright designed an abstracted hollyhock.
My homeboy didn't have this house, but his mom and him had rented this house that was on the beach out towards Malibu. And dog, the house was built just like this. It was like it had a center grass courtyard that was like open to the sky. And then the entire house was like built in a square, like around the courtyard. And all the windows were glass. So you could see all the way through to the other side of the house and the other one. So the bedrooms is on one side of the glass, on our side. And the regular living room and dining room, and then this house was so fucking dope. And the illest shit about the house was that when they left, my homeboy's mom was there, and motherfucking Bono came in because he wanted to rent the house next, and he was coming to check it out. It was a dope house, and it was right next to Chris Chelios and Bruce Caitlyn Jenner. Bruce.
Bono, you said Bono?
Yeah, Bono. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. My mom said she didn't even know he was. She's like, it's some weird guy in there with glasses. It's like, yo, wow, that's Bono. Like, oh yeah, he's like going looking at the house because he's thinking about taking it next.
And use the motif throughout the entire house. The living room really steals the show. This fireplace, it has a moat. And these here, they're called torchères. They're basically just tall lamps, but they're supposed to help connect you.
I forgot about that. And not only did the house have that set up, if you come out into the parking lot, it had the classic California pool house. So there's the pool, and then there's a building next to the pool, and it's like a full-on crib with a kitchen and like 2-3 rooms and shit. They used to do their podcast in there. I'm like, fuck. And then I forgot. Then there was another house towards the back. Like, it was like 3 spaces on this property, bro. I forgot about that.
Bring back lifestyles of the rich.
Man, dog, I'm gonna tell you, man, it's just gonna make you angry. It's gonna make you angry when you hit the amounts and just and they treat that shit like it's like switching shitty apartments. Like they be there like, oh, this is and I'm there like, wow, I could live here forever. Like, why would you want to leave this spot? And they were going to and I think they were going to buy it, and then the people wouldn't sell it to them or some shit. I don't know. Anyway.
To the high ceiling. In the dining room, you gotta see these chairs. You can see the hollyhock and Mayan design here, but also note how it looks like a spine. Wright was a fan of good posture. The chairs have only 3 legs, which kind of forces you to keep 2 feet on the floor and sit straight up.
Next, let's do 4 LA area houses at once.
The Millard House, the Storer House, the Freeman House, and the Ennis House. They're known as Wright's textile block houses. Check out the geometric concrete blocks in which they were made. Each home had its own pattern. These houses continued this Mayan revival look, and the idea was that by building with blocks, you could greatly cut down the price of a home. The textile houses are strikingly different than anything he had done before, but still epically beautiful.
Now, it's time to move on to Wright's most famous design, Falling Water.
An hour outside Pittsburgh, it's one of the most famous homes in the U.S., maybe even the world. At this point, Wright has had a long career, but he's considered by many to be
reported on them before too. I don't
With
remember
Falling
this.
Water, he taps into all his past experience, builds something in line with the prairie style, note the repeating horizontal lines, but also entirely new. I mean, it's on a waterfall. A defining characteristic of the home are the flying cantilevered balconies, seemingly balanced on this strong vertical line. Inside, you've got to love this fireplace. Look at how the stones seep out from it. Also, notice how bright it is. You almost feel like you're still outside. Note that there's no stained glass here. Falling Water received immediate acclaim. Time magazine called it Wright's best work and put him on their cover in January 1938.
38.
This home, and let's face it, all of Wright's homes were built for the rich. But Wright didn't like this, and he actually made a legitimate attempt to build homes for everyone.
These were his Usonian homes.
And actually, I'm in one right now.
Oh.
Welcome to the Curtis and Lillian Meyer house.
When you enter this home, you're immediately compressed into this curved stairwell and then released into the open floor plan. It's a gorgeous house with custom furniture and a circular design throughout.
And it smells really good in here. It's got to be the Honduran mahogany.
These Usonian homes were another attempt by Wright to create a uniquely American architecture. Around 60 of them were made. They vary greatly in design and size, but still, you can feel Wright's hand in each one.
Finally, let's end on Taliesin West, his Arizona home for the later part of his life.
The home was mostly built by students in his fellowship program, and it evolved over many years. Once again, integration into the local landscape is key. Check out the masonry. These are local desert rocks collected nearby. I love how this rock here is on display at the entrance like a prized sculpture. Natural light was essential to the design. Here's the sun-drenched garden room. And here it is from outside. It's been said that you feel woven into the desert landscape when you walk on these grounds.
Doing research for this, it became abundantly clear to me why Frank Lloyd Wright is America's most famous architect. And we were just looking at his houses.
We didn't talk about the Johnson Wax building with its tall lily pad columns. We didn't discuss the Guggenheim Museum, which allows museum goers to flow down its slanted ramp. Oh, and he had plans for a mile-high skyscraper. It was never made, but it looks very similar to this building, doesn't it?
To me, Frank Lloyd Wright's genius is evident in all the carefully crafted details of his homes and in his ability to constantly reinvent his style. I don't have plans to become an architect, but getting to know Frank Lloyd Wright has helped me appreciate home design and inspired me to create a more beautiful home.
Oh, dope. Shout out to Frank Lloyd Wright. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, that was.
I remember I was in art school. I had to do a we had art history, so we had to pick somebody out, and I think I had picked him out because I just seen the design of that shit. I thought, who this nigga? And I noticed this shit was all over Arizona because that's where I was at. And I was like, who this Frank Lloyd Wright? He got a building at ASU. And I noticed this shit. And I said, let me check this nigga shit out. And yeah, it got the little report. But his stuff was dope. So that's all I got for that. And got about 8 minutes left before the 30 mark. You want to finish it up?
Yeah, about to pass out and go back to the lab, find a mic to grab.
Final words.
Yeah, final words. Check us out tomorrow. We will do our little live stream. I'll share that on my social media. That's Volo Thamp and Tautology on Facebook, Volo Tautology on Twitter, Volo Tautology on what's that? What is that? Instagram. And then Volo Television on YouTube. Those are the main ones that I use and have reference to each other one. And y'all have a good night,
Yeah, good stuff on that. And yeah, shout out again to Frank Lloyd Wright and his creativity. Had a tough life, had that tragedy at his business. That was crazy with the hatchet thing. That was like that's movie level like stuff and whatnot. But this is the curse of being an artist. There's going to be some pain involved in your art. Got great words of the day and news story, and New York is ending everything in the world. So make sure you check out all the shows. This is the makeup show, which is supposed to be on Saturday, but I was lunching and whatnot. And this is Volo and Butthead's Tech-A-Palooza, which is normally on Saturday, but it's today as our makeup show. I believe tomorrow is Monday, right? And so we got Noodle Free Mondays, which is another show that we do on Monday and whatnot. So we're checking out. We talk about silly stories, things that's going on in people's life, analyze what's wrong with them, what's not wrong with them, and say whatever we need to say, and go on about our lives and talk about silly stuff and regular stuff, the news, and so forth and so on. And we always have a noodle of the week, who I don't know who it is until right before the show. I always pick somebody I'm like, think did something silly. Similar to Charlemagne's Donkey of the Day. That's my noodle of the week. And on Wednesdays, we have the My Part of Town podcast show, also, which is the show that was essentially about Philadelphia and all that goes on in the city, the sports, the food, the fun, the trouble, the crime, the love. And you also like to hear about other major cities and what's going on in your town. And shout out to StreamYards, man, for having a great platform for me to use, too. I don't give a fuck. Give them a free advertisement right there. And I believe that's all our shows. Volo and Butthead, Sir Volo and Lord Butthead, once again on Saturdays. And always remember, we got 5 minutes left. Yeah, I'll play a video or something. Love is good. Life is better. You better do something. That's going to make you last forever. Because 20 years after we are long gone, you could possibly be another. That's deep. It's Noodle, whatever the show is called. Volo and Butters, Tech-A-Palooza. We only got 5 minutes left. Let me see if I can find a quick 5-minute video on Volo's page. Oh, they just showed that commercial for that goddamn Five Nights with Freddy. Mess with that boy's sleep.
You know, I think it's a dare at school. So everybody must be watching it at school.
Oh, yeah.
I'm serious about that. Like, this is ridiculous. Hip hop is an American culture created by the children of the 1960 civil rights movement. Yes, I'm talking about Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture. These are our oratorical leaders. They the ones that taught us to fight back against the tyranny and the destruction of the black family. Because that's what they trying to do. That's all these liberals are trying to do. F-U-N-K. This is 5 minutes of funk. I just made that up off the top of the dome. Because they like F-U-N killers. That's what they about. They trying to destroy the black family, and I can't sit by and let this happen anymore. It's over. I know, I hear you, emo. You know what I mean? This one goes out to my man John. Of course, Mr. C, happy birthday. I'm only gonna drop 5 minutes real quick on y'all. Yeah, you see Cornell West on here. Coon ass. Yeah, and then they gonna block me for calling them that, right? Because he act like he down with the culture. He acts like he's one of the leaders. He's one of the forefront people, and how much he's full of love. But why he keep pointing to the side that's full of hate, right? Quoting, got the nerve to have a Bible in his hand, quoting Matthew 7 where it says judge or be judged, right? And he the first one. I mean, look at what this boy's tweeting, right? You talking about some serious revolutionaries, right? And then he got, he's fighting against, capitalism, white supremacy, and then he got the nerve to say male supremacy, homophobia, and transphobia, like you can't control yourself, black man, right? He's supposed to be for us brothers, right? But he keep pointing at the left saying, that's the side full of love. No. They're the ones full of hate. They hate the black man, black woman, being together, having black children, celebrating 56 years of marriage like my parents just did this weekend. They hate that. Their whole core is to destroy the black family because they all up in our business. Like you can't control yourself. You can't help but hate us for being sexual deviants. I hear you, emo, but you need to chill right now. I'm only going to do this for 5 minutes, man. Right? It says it right there, man. He said it right there. He's telling you, black man, you can't control yourself because all you want to do is be male supremacy. If you try to get that power, all you want to do is help to destroy yourself. That's what you're saying, dude. You're saying the left is the side of hate. If the left is the side of hate, then that means the right is the side of love. That's black supremacy. That's love. That's a black man loving his black wife, building for his black children. And you're the main one over here with a woman on your arm, and it's like, I'm not hating on her. That's what you want to do. You saying that's brown supremacy? These fraudulent coon, right? Because it's all about, we got to stop Trump. We got to stop Trump. We got to stop Trump. We got to stop. You're under Trump. I went from being a cashier to the store manager. It's like they's about to lift off the ceiling. Like we about to lift off the ceiling if you vote for him. I ain't vote for him the first time. I did not vote for him against Jill Stein. But then I see you today sharing Jill Stein talking about we fighting against male supremacy, homophobia and transphobia. When the true problem is that y'all trying to teach these to our children in their schools. No. I homeschool my own son. But you're the ones creating all these, want to create all these policies saying that these school teachers are supposed to have a higher authority over what your children learn historically, physically, mentally, spiritually. Y'all gotta be the biggest hypocrites on the planet. The left is the biggest hypocrites on the planet. They're the side full of hate. They're not the side full of love. They're the side full of hate. They're not the side full of love. Love comes from our Father, one God. His time is what we're experiencing. Y'all keep talking about this matriarchy, this fakeness. Suki the queen.
We out of here. Got my book. We out of here. We in the streets. And the show. What was the show called?
Volo and Butthead, man.
There it is.
See you tomorrow.